My beloved child, as you open your heart to receive this moment, I want you to know that something miraculous is being prepared specifically for your spirit. You did not click on this message by accident. It is a gentle appointment I have set to speak directly to your soul. What you are about to hear is a movement of my heart toward yours, a conversation of pure love without any barriers, distance, or judgment. This message is different because it is intimate. I invite you not just to listen with your ears, but to let your tired soul finally rest in my presence, to let your emotional walls crumble, and to expect that I am about to answer the silent yearning you have carried for so long. Right now, pause for a moment, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and whisper, "I'm here, Lord, I'm listening." If you turn away in this moment, you might miss not just a word of encouragement, but the very breakthrough, the clarity, and the peace you have been begging for. My desire is to fill the void inside you, to overflow the places that feel empty, and to bring fresh life where your hope has worn thin. Right here, in this place, I am closer than the air you breathe. I am listening to the quiet questions you are too afraid to speak aloud. What you will find here is not just another empty promise, but a living experience of my faithfulness, a love that does not get tired of you, does not falter when you make mistakes, and cannot be denied. I want you to know with absolute certainty that there will come a day when the lack you feel today will be replaced by overflowing abundance. My promises are living, real, unshakable, and certain, and they are being fulfilled in your life even when you cannot see the evidence yet. I do not delay, nor do I ever forget a single word I have spoken over you. I act on behalf of those who wait patiently, those who hold on to a tiny mustard seed of faith even when the world says the answer is impossible. Write your petitions in the quiet sanctuary of your heart. Speak to me honestly about the heavy burdens weighing you down. If you can, take a moment after this message to write down one thing you are asking me for, on paper, in your journal, or even in a simple note, and surrender it to me. I hear every desire, every honest cry for help, and I will give you even more than you ask when you trust me with your deepest needs. Sometimes you may feel the urge to despair, to believe that your miracle is too far away, but I tell you now, it is nearer than you can imagine. Every word you whisper in faith comes before my throne. There is no obstacle too great, no financial limitation too strong, and no sickness too severe that I cannot overcome for you and your family. Your life is wrapped in plans more powerful than you know. Do not fear the conflicts or the storms you are walking through right now. Hold on tightly to these words. I am speaking to your spirit. Resist the temptation to let anger, fear, or negativity rule your reactions to hardship. Instead, let me draw a smile on your face and anoint your chaotic thoughts with my holy peace. My spirit wants to bring you clarity, to wipe away the confusion that clouds your mind, and to set your thoughts on higher things. Listen closely. Do not believe the lie that I send punishment or suffering for your mistakes. You may have felt the sting of consequences, but know that I do not use my power to drive you into sadness or ruin. Do not place blame on me for your losses. Look deep into your heart and remember that I am the giver, not the taker, of true blessings. I am not a thief. I have never appeared before you to steal what I myself have given. The enemy has spoken lies about me, but I am not the author of deception or disaster. I am for you, always for you, never against you. I gave my life on the cross for your rescue, not for your condemnation. When you have confessed, turned from your old ways, and sought my forgiveness, know that it is finished. You are forgiven. Your error is erased in my sight, completely washed away. So what are you waiting for now? You are free to live. Do not misinterpret your struggles as a sign of my disapproval. There may be days when trials arise suddenly, or when people you trusted turn against you. In those moments, refuse to respond with rage or to grow bitter toward me. I have no quarrel with you, and anyone who tells you that God is mad at you does not speak for me. Remember my word. I am the Almighty One who loves you with an everlasting, unconditional love. I long for your company, not your rejection. Take a quiet moment today to talk to me. Tell me your doubts, your financial struggles, every question locked in your chest. Empty your soul in the stillness, even if it means pouring out tears in the lonely hours of the night. Even now, if your heart is willing, whisper, "I trust you, Lord," and let that simple sentence become your agreement with what I am speaking over you. I want your freedom. I want your heart released forever from the heavy chains of guilt and regret. I will touch your spirit so you will understand that even now, in the middle of the mess, I am working out a beautiful plan for your life. Do not grow depressed because of today's pain. Instead, recognize my love woven through every circumstance. I am not angry. I have nothing against you. My will is not to make you suffer, but to restore you, to build you up. Let me make myself even more obvious to you, so you can know in the deepest part of your being that I am present. At dawn, I will speak, and my glory will be shown clearly to your spirit. Your soul will sense me. You will rise renewed, covered from head to toe in my wonderful supernatural love. I will reveal to you a love so authentic and eternal that you will never again doubt to whom you belong. You are precious to me. I see you day and night with pure, gentle affection. Ask yourself, what would I gain by making you suffer? Your age and experience have already taught you that mistakes bring consequences, but I do not sentence you to destruction. On the contrary, I wait for you to run into my presence, to talk honestly about what hurts, to let me be for you what you most need, not only your God, but your Father, your friend, and your defender. My justice is real, but so is my advocacy on your behalf. The record of your guilt is covered by the power of my own blood. Though in this world consequences may linger, even from that pain, I can rescue you. My only request is that you learn the lesson deeply enough not to wound yourself or others again. If you have lived well, be encouraged. Continue in kindness and courage so you remain free. My greatest wish is for your soul to enjoy blessing, freedom, and daily confidence in my love for you. Come to me without fear when you need help. Wait with steady faith, knowing that what you have not yet received, I am preparing for your good, sometimes in a form far better than what you first asked for. Believe this. My love is steadfast, and my promises will always be true for you. You do not need to worry about my anger or find yourself ever alone or unprotected. In my arms, you find a shelter, a haven, a constant embrace of care. My promises are trustworthy, and if the blessing has not yet arrived, it is only because all things have their perfect time. So wait patiently, with a hope that will soon overflow your heart with happiness. Let your lips confess, I trust you, Lord. I believe these very words have the power to bring healing and peace to your anxious mind. Now pause, breathe, and feel my divine touch brushing softly over your ears, quieting the noise and the restlessness inside. Each word carries the fragrance of my spirit, surrounding you with love, filling your chest with a tranquil joy. I send you this message as a balm for your soul. A new day is dawning, free of grief, anxiety, and confusion. I am wholly willing and ready to help you, to calm you, to heal every sickness and break every spiritual chain. No matter the burden troubling you, whether it is physical pain, mental stress, emotional heartbreak, or spiritual dryness, I am working to loosen every tie that holds you back. Place your hand gently over your heart right now. Take a slow breath, and as you exhale, picture yourself placing every worry into my hands. This simple act is your yes to my invitation. Rest now in the assurance that my blessings are not distant nor uncertain. Even if storms rage around you, you are not alone. You are never without hope. The foundations I lay beneath you will not be shaken. Your enemies cannot claim victory over a child whom I protect. When you walk upright, I clothe you with faith and trust, transforming your attitude and your very character into something new and unassailable. No longer will you be mastered by anxiety. Its grip is broken forever, and my presence will remain with you. I invite you now, in the quiet and simplicity of these words, to let my friendship settle deeply into your heart. I am here. Jesus, your constant friend, unwavering over all the ages. In your heart, you know this is my voice, faithful to fulfill every promise. I whisper in the stillness because I see into the depths of your soul, the places you cover with masks and shields. I see those silent longings and quiet fears that seldom reach the surface before others. You have found yourself here by a gentle leading, one that may have seemed like chance, but is actually my steadfast love, drawing you close for an encounter that can bring healing, insight, and transformation. Even in the moments when you have questioned whether I notice you, know that my gaze is unwavering. There has never been a season, a heartbreak, or a triumph that escaped my attention. Before a single word leaves your lips, I know what burdens weigh down your heart. I am not a distant observer, but the one who weaves meaning through every fiber of your journey, waiting patiently to show you just how deeply you are known and cherished. There is much I wish to reveal to you, a tapestry of understanding tailored for your unique path. The answers you seek do not reside just in your intellect or in well-worn routines. They come from a place of surrender, an open-hearted willingness to let my voice quiet the chaos around you. Even when anxiety tugs at your thoughts or uncertainty clouds your horizons, I have always made a way forward, waiting to guide your next step in gentleness and wisdom. Though the world may spin frantically with its noise and demands, I invite you to draw nearer to me in the stillness. Here you will discover that being seen through my eyes is the medicine for every wound and the clarity for every confusing crossroad. You may wonder if things can truly change, if wounds can heal, if hope can sprout again where disappointment has hardened the soil of your heart. Each sunrise I paint is a gentle promise that renewal is not only possible, but waiting for you even now. My heart is never fatigued by your questions, your doubts, or the times you stumble. All I ask is that you offer yourself honestly and wholly, and trust that I am capable of turning ashes into beauty. The victories you seek are not prizes earned by striving, but gifts unwrapped in simple trust. Let your guard fall a little further each day. I am safe for you. My embrace does not retreat when your strength falters or when your faith wavers. You are not disqualified by your flaws or failures. My invitation stands through every season, unwavering and unconditional. Casting your cares upon me is not just a gentle suggestion, it is a lifeline for your weary soul. I see the burdens you shoulder, the obligations and financial worries that keep you tossing through the night. You were never meant to carry these alone. My hands are strong enough for every fear, every responsibility that feels overwhelming. Lay them at my feet right now and watch as I breathe peace over your restless mind. I know the intricacies of your needs, even those you cannot put into words. As you release control, you will find a freedom unknown to anxious striving, a stillness where my spirit can move and bring comfort beyond comprehension. There is a gentle conviction I speak over your life, not to shame you, but to realign your vision. Often you settle for less because holding on to the familiar feels safer than reaching for the unknown. Yet I am the God of new beginnings. I beckon you to trust me beyond what is comfortable, to believe that I have written a story for you that is far greater than compromise or resignation. You are not meant for mediocrity or cycles of regret. I call forth courage from within you, urging you to step boldly into each day with expectation, not dread. Together, we will dismantle every lie that tells you love is conditional or that your worth hinges on your performance. I am patient with your process. Growth is seldom instantaneous. It unfolds like the tender sprouting of a seed, hidden at first, but destined for abundance. Do not despise the days that seem small or insignificant. I am cultivating strength and resilience in every hidden corner of your life. When it feels like nothing is changing, remember that roots take time to anchor before fruit appears above the surface. Trust the process, for I am never in a hurry with what is most precious to me. You are not disappointing me by moving at a slower pace than you hoped. Your journey is sacred, every step held within my loving hands. Let my love wash over every place where shame or regret tries to take root. I see you as you truly are, beloved, chosen, and designed with purpose. No past mistake or present struggle can erase what I have spoken over you. The word mine is inscribed upon your life. When you feel unworthy, remember that my grace is not contingent on your performance, but on my unchanging character. My strength is perfected not in your moments of triumph, but in your weakest hours, when you lean wholly on me. I delight in walking beside you through both the ordinary and the extraordinary. Even the mundane rhythms of your days are fragrant offerings when offered in love and gratitude. Invite me into the daily routines where you often feel overlooked or unappreciated. I am there, infusing meaning into simple acts, turning your faithfulness into seeds that will bear fruit in due season. Nothing escapes my notice, not even the smallest act of kindness or the quiet prayers whispered in the midst of chaos. I am moved by your sincerity and your willingness to seek me, even when answers seem elusive. In those moments when self-doubt speaks louder than hope, remember that I define who you are, not fleeting opinions or harsh self-judgments. The voice of accusation is not my own. Mine is the voice that calls you forward, gently challenging you to see yourself through the lens of my love. When you encounter failure or injustice, do not retreat into isolation or cynicism. I am your defender, your comfort, and the one who works all things, yes, even the painful and inexplicable, for good, according to a plan intricately woven with love. If ever you feel alone, remember that isolation is a shadow, not your reality. My presence is your constant companion, nearer than your breath, sustaining you through every challenge. I rejoice in your unique personality, your dreams, and even your quirks that make you who you are. Nothing is wasted, and no chapter of your story is insignificant. Dare to bring your whole self to me, not just the polished parts, but also the unfinished edges. My acceptance is not a transaction. It is a gift, a homecoming for your soul that never runs out. As you journey with me, let hope rise where former disappointments tried to kill your courage. Together, we are writing a future that will outshine even your greatest expectations. Let each day begin with the assurance that you are not forgotten, not abandoned, and certainly not ordinary. I have called you by name for such a time as this. You experience fear as a shadow that chases you in moments of quiet. Sometimes it whispers to you that you are not enough, or that the burdens you carry may one day crush your spirit. Yet I tell you again and again, within the silence of your heart and in the gentle embrace of each sunrise, that you are neither forgotten nor forsaken. I see the invisible wounds you hide from the world and know the tremors of anxiety that vibrate beneath the surface. My presence is not distant, not reserved for those who never falter. I am closest when you are weakest, when your knees buckle and your words run dry. There is no peace in masking your need or in pretending a strength you do not feel. Instead, find your peace in surrendering those fears to me, allowing the light of my love to dispel the darkness that threatens your hope each morning. Time after time, my child, I have called you into a rest that the world cannot offer or steal. You may search for solace in distraction or accomplishment, yet the deepest calm comes only when you return again and again to my welcoming arms. You have wondered whether your life truly matters, questioning your purpose with the quiet ache that tends to surface when busyness fades. Listen closely now. Nothing about you is accidental. Every desire, every talent placed within you was chosen with intention and tenderness before time itself began. The gifts you sometimes overlook are treasures that only you can bring forth, and the kindness you extend, even in small, unnoticed ways, echoes in eternity. When discouragement shouts that your days are small or unimpressive, remember that my kingdom is built by hearts who choose faithfulness over applause. I see you. I celebrate each quiet act of love that costs you something. Even as you struggle to trust, I celebrate your courage just to take the next step. Every season you walk through, whether it is fruitful or barren, holds significance through my eyes. There's purpose woven even in your pain, and one day you will see how every thread forms a tapestry of redemption. Sometimes you imagine I am slow to hear or respond, measuring me by the impatience taught by the world. Yet I do not measure time as you do. My answers are shaped by wisdom beyond your comprehension, and my delays are never denials. They are invitations for you to draw nearer, to uncover depths of trust you never thought possible. I collect each tear you shed and listen for the cries too deep for words. Even as you wait on me, I am working in ways hidden from your sight, preparing blessings and breakthroughs that would overwhelm you were I to reveal them all at once. My timing is marked by love, not by neglect or indifference. Trust the unfolding, even as you long for speed. Every moment you bring your frustration and longing to me, you are honoring the truth that you are not alone on this journey. I know it is tempting to compare your path to those around you, feeling diminished by what you lack or overlooked by the successes others display. Yet the only standard by which I measure you is love. The only finish line that matters is to keep moving, step by surrendered step, into the life created just for you. If you would let go of measuring sticks and release the grip of envy, your hands would be free to receive good gifts that fit only you. I have not called you to be someone else's echo. You are my original, fashioned by a creativity that knows no limits. What you see as imperfection, I see as extraordinary detail, never to be duplicated. Rest in your uniqueness and know that my affection for you does not waver with your moods or abilities. Draw closer when you feel least worthy, for my embrace was never reserved for only the strong. Those who receive my love most deeply are often those who know most intimately the ache of their own need. In moments when shame rises and your past tries to define your future, hear me telling you now, you are forgiven. Nothing is so broken that I cannot redeem it. No mistake is irreversible in my hands. Let me take the heavy stones you have carried, regret, resentment, and self-condemnation, and replace them with lightness and joy. You are more than the sum of your choices. Each morning brings new mercies, fresh from my heart to yours, unending as the ocean. Believe this, you are not who you were, but who I am creating you to become. Lean into this freedom, allowing the shackles of yesterday to fall away. The more you rest in my forgiveness, the more freely you will love others and yourself. There will be days when you feel directionless, surrounded by doors that seem permanently shut. In those seasons, remember that sometimes the emptiest places become the soil for the greatest miracles. Do not despise the waiting, nor lose heart in the quiet days of small beginnings. Within quietness, I am always speaking, guiding you with a whisper rather than a shout. My path for you winds carefully, making you ready for opportunities not yet visible. Remain alert to the subtle leadings, a sense of peace that follows certain choices, or a quiet nudge to speak or to be still. You never walk in circles. Even the wandering has purpose, shaping perseverance and empathy within you. While you search for answers, I am shaping your character to carry blessings that require a steady heart. Some days bring unexpected storms, shattering the illusion of control you work so hard to uphold. In the midst of chaos, hear my promise. I am your shelter, strong enough to withstand all that threatens you. You are not meant to weather life alone or to muster courage from emptiness. In the wildest winds, my arms remain steady, and my peace is available even before the storm calms. Trust is not the absence of questions or fear, but the choice to cling to me, especially in uncertainty. Each trial endured in faith becomes a testimony, a light for others who struggle to see hope. Do not be afraid of your vulnerability or your dependence on me. That is where my strength can meet you, carrying you through every tempest. I delight in every moment you seek me, not because I am in need of your devotion, but because it brings you into the fullness of life for which you were made. Prayer is not a monologue, but a communion where your spirit and mine intertwine. Even when words fail you, I understand the language of sighs and tears. I invite you not only to speak, but to listen, to be still, and know that I am present, attentive, and always speaking in the quiet places of your heart. Let our time together be marked by authenticity, not performance. It is in your honest moments, when joy, grief, doubt, or gratitude tumble out, that you will experience the depths of my affection. Open yourself to my gentle voice and allow me to lead you, shaping your days with hope, wisdom, and purpose. There are moments when you look at yourself and wonder if what you carry deep inside truly matters. If your quiet battles, your unseen tears, and the kindness you extend in secret actually make a difference. I want you to know that every heartbeat, every glimmer of hope that persists, and every small act of love is seen and cherished by me. Nothing escapes my notice. I am moved by your perseverance, and I delight in the simple joys you offer to others, unnoticed by most, yet radiant in my eyes. Sometimes the world tells you that only loud significance counts, but the gentle light you bring is sacred to me. In your striving, remember that greatness in my kingdom is woven from threads of humility, from moments surrendered to me, from forgiveness given freely, and from gratitude shaped in adversity. Let me remind you, even when you feel inadequate or overlooked, I am near, speaking through circumstances, whispering through moments, and wrapping you in a love that has no end. I know the silent stories within your heart, where your deepest aches and your bravest hopes live side by side. You are not alone in the questions you wrestle with. When the weight of expectation or comparison tries to press you down, lift your eyes to me. My approval of you is not measured by how the world appraises you, but by the beauty I see within you, your willingness to turn back toward me again and again. Do not let the disappointments of today define the possibilities of tomorrow. Each morning brings fresh mercy gifts from me that replenish what was lost, heal what was wounded, and fortify what was weakened. It is my nature to restore, to rebuild what feels broken, and to rewrite the narrative when you have lost hope in your own. I hold out to you a hand that neither condemns nor forces. Mine is a hand firm enough to guide, yet gentle enough to embrace you in your moments of trembling. Trust it, and let your defenses fall away. Let my presence fill the empty places that have been untouched by hope. The loneliness you sometimes feel is a cry for my touch, not a punishment or abandonment. In solitude, I meet you most intimately. It is in the quiet, unhurried spaces where I reveal myself, where you can hear my voice softly calling you back to yourself and to me. There is no need for pretenses in my presence. Bring me your weariness, your confusion, and your longing. Give me permission to enter the rooms of your heart you keep locked away, that you might find my peace settling over every shadow. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. My desire is for you to know fullness of life, not a partial joy tinged with anxiety, but the real, profound assurance that comes from being known and loved without condition. You may be tempted to believe that the opinions and judgments of others have the final say in your life, but I ask you to listen instead to my voice. My words are truth, sharper than the lies spoken over you or the doubts whispered within. When you are misunderstood or falsely accused, let my defense rise on your behalf. I am your advocate, your shield, your unshakable confidence. Stand in the shelter of my faithfulness and let your heart rest. I will never grow weary of you. Nothing you could do will change my devotion. In your confusion, turn toward me as toward the light, and let clarity dawn slowly and faithfully like the sunrise after a long night. There is a purpose for every season I allow. Even in what feels like silence or delay, I am forging strength within you. Growth often takes place beneath the surface, where the world cannot applaud it, but it is no less powerful. I see your faithfulness in the hidden places. When you forgive even as you ache, when you choose love over resentment, when you pray though you feel unheard, these are seeds that will one day flourish and overflow. Trust the unseen work I am doing in you. No prayer is ever wasted. No act of kindness is ever forgotten. I know it is sometimes difficult to carry on when fatigue seeps into your spirit, when you question your significance or your capacity to bring meaning. Let me exchange your weariness for my strength. Let me breathe life into the embers of your hope. There is nothing you face that I cannot redeem, heal, or transform. Expectancy, not dread, is the posture I invite you to hold as you move forward. Open your hands, loosen your grip on outcomes you cannot control, and find release in surrender. What I plan for you is born not of randomness, but of a love that is always at work for your good. If you find yourself weighed down by shame or regret, release it now into my mercy. I am not the voice that accuses or condemns. I heal, restore, and rebuild the places you think are irreparably damaged. In the depth of your honesty before me, you will discover freedom. The burden you carry is not yours to bear alone. Let me shoulder your pain. Let the truth of my forgiveness and cleansing wash over your memories and give you courage to begin again. Not as a person defined by failure, but as one set free by grace. Do not discount the comfort I bring through simple moments, the sunlight that kisses your face, the laughter that bubbles up in your soul, the gentle presence of those who care for you. These are tokens of my nearness, my faithful fingerprints left in the fabric of your days. Allow yourself to receive goodness without suspicion, to accept love without feeling unworthy. Your value comes from being mine, not from the perfection of your efforts or the consistency of your emotions. You are in the process of becoming, and every day offers a new canvas for my artistry in you. Celebrate progress, however humble it may seem. I rejoice over each small victory, each courageous attempt to love, to trust, or to hope again. I am always patient with your humanity, never surprised by your fragility, and eternally committed to your ultimate flourishing. Lean into this patience and let your soul breathe. I am attentive to your cries and acquainted with your struggles. When you are honest with me about your needs, you invite my power into your weakness and my sufficiency into your lack. That is not failure. It is how true wholeness begins. You will find as you trust me that your peace does not depend on perfection, but on the unchanging reality of my love for you. Let this truth take root and blossom. I am not finished. Not with your story, not with your dreams, and not with your heart. There are moments when I see you try to carry the weight of your history, believing the old stories of failure or lack that echo in your mind. Yet I did not call you to relive the past or to be defined by regret. I see you as you are now, and even more, I see who you are becoming. Let me unveil something new in you. Something that refuses to cling to yesterday's shadows and instead grows tall toward where my light falls. Every memory, every scar I use as roots, deepening your strength and steadiness. The world has trained you to measure your worth by performance and comparison, but my measure is different. I see the hidden places of resilience where you kept walking when you were weary. I delight in those quiet moments when you chose kindness even when no one saw. This is the beauty I cultivate within you, the slow, steady blossoming of a heart fully alive in me. No longer striving, but receiving and responding to the love I so freely give. Perhaps you notice how often doubt comes dressed as wisdom, whispering hesitation into your dreams. This voice does not come from me. I want you to recognize my guidance, which is gentle but never paralyzed by fear. My wisdom is peaceable and pure, producing clarity rather than confusion. When you feel compelled to withdraw, to shrink your vision, pause and ask me what I want to show you. I am not the author of smallness. I delight in seeing you step bravely into the possibilities woven into your design. Yes, there will be times you feel unqualified, but I am not limited by weakness. In fact, I love to reveal my power in the places you feel least capable. Do not resist the gentle nudges I have placed in your spirit. These are markers of the path I am illuminating before you, drawing you onward into greater trust. In those moments when you want to hide your imperfections even from me, let me remind you that nothing you could reveal would frighten or shame me. My love is wide enough to surround every broken piece, and my hands are skilled at restoring what has been neglected or misunderstood. I do not discard any part of you, I redeem every fragment. Just as gold is refined by fire, so I use all that you offer me, turning ordinary things into vessels of honor in my house. If you feel disqualified by your mistakes, remember I am the one who restores what others have written off. My eyes see past the surface and reach for the gold I placed in you from the beginning. Trust me with your unfinished parts, for I am committed to bringing my good work to completion. Rest does not mean avoidance or indifference, but learning to trust that I am working even when you cannot see the evidence. The world presses you always to do more, to hurry and strive as if the outcome depends entirely on your efforts. I am teaching you a different rhythm, one where effort and rest dance together, where silence speaks and stillness transforms. When you accept my invitation to rest, it is not passivity, but a profound act of faith, believing that my hands are holding what matters most. In your quiet obedience, you declare that my grace is sufficient, that accomplishments flow from identity rather than drive. Allow yourself to pause and inhale peace. The strength that grows in rest will not only sustain you, but will become the overflow that touches those around you. Do you sense my nearness in the simple moments when sunlight brushes your face? When laughter ripples unexpectedly in a heavy day? When kindness comes unbidden through a stranger? These are gentle reminders. I am not distant or abstract, but closer than breath. I do not merely visit, I dwell with you. Even when your emotions are muted, even as you push through monotonous tasks or wait for clarity, my presence is steady. I have woven my love into the fabric of your daily life, speaking softly through circumstances and creation, inviting you to become more attuned to the sacredness of the ordinary. You may worry about seasons of spiritual dryness, fearing that distance from me signals displeasure or abandonment. Yet my affection for you is not transactional, and my constancy does not waver with your feelings. When you perceive only silence, I am still at work beneath the surface. Sometimes I lead you through quiet valleys to root you deeper, to prepare you for a greater outpouring. If you hunger for more of me, know that this longing itself is a sign of my pursuit. I am always drawing you closer, even when you feel stuck or overlooked. Allow yourself to trust that my timing is perfect, that no waiting is ever wasted in my kingdom. There are gifts I have placed within you that the world has yet to see, not for the sake of your fame, but for the healing and hope I long to bring through you. When you invest in small acts of love, you participate in the renewal of all things. Do not underestimate the ripple effect of your faithfulness. A smile offered, a prayer whispered, a task done with care, these may seem insignificant in the world's economy, but in mine they reverberate with eternal significance. Your life, hidden in me, is a seed that will produce fruit in due season. Continue to plant generously, trusting that nothing done in love is ever in vain. When you face disappointment and setbacks, I do not ask you to suppress your sorrow, but to bring it to me openly. I am not afraid of your pain or your questions. Instead, I invite you to grieve openly in my presence. Tears are not weakness. They are water for the seeds of new beginnings I am nourishing below the surface. Trust that my comfort is real, that I bind wounds gently but faithfully. I promise to exchange your ashes for beauty, your heaviness for a garment of praise. In my embrace, you are allowed to feel deeply and to hope relentlessly. I recognize the courage it takes to forgive both others and yourself. Unforgiveness can feel safe, a protective shield against future hurt, but its weight will weary your soul and block the rivers of time. My grace I intend to flow through you. Forgiving does not erase injustice, rather it releases you into freedom. Let me shape your heart to forgive without bitterness, to remember without revenge. I am just, and I will make all things right in my time. Trust me with both the wounds and the outcomes. As you let go, your spirit will rise lighter and stronger, and you will discover an unburdened joy that only forgiven hearts can truly know. You do not need to hide any corner of your heart from me. I see all that you carry, your tangled thoughts that wake you in the night, every unspoken hope that you hardly admit even to yourself, your longing for healing and for change. Nothing you bury remains hidden from me. Yet I do not come to expose you to shame. I am always drawing you out so I might clothe you in peace and teach you how to become whole. The burdens you conceal are not too great for my compassion. When you feel unworthy or at the end of yourself, know that I look at you with the warmth and patience of perfect understanding. Trust is not built in a moment. It comes from letting yourself be known day after day. I invite you to speak to me honestly as you are, not as you think you should be. The process of revealing your heart to me is not for my sake but for yours. You will only discover how beloved you truly are when you allow yourself to be seen where you feel most vulnerable. There is nothing you can bring me that I will not receive with gentleness and wisdom. Do not run from your emptiness or your fear. I do not despise what frightens you. I invite you to bring it to me, for I have promised to give beauty for ashes. The sorrows, mistakes, and disappointments you have endured are not the end of your story, and not one of them is wasted in my hands. If you let me, I will gather every broken piece and craft it into something radiant and new. My presence is not a faint comfort, but a restoring fire that renews what was lost and breathes hope into what you imagined could never live again. Stay close to me, and you will learn that my faithfulness is stronger than shifting seasons. There will be moments when you cannot see the way ahead, when you feel hemmed in by circumstances that defy your best efforts. Even then, my guidance is near. I do not require you to predict the future or to have all the answers. I simply ask you to trust the next step I have placed before you. When you hold tightly to your own plans or dwell on regrets, your spirit grows weary, burdened by expectations you were never made to bear alone. Let me teach you a new way of moving through your days, a way marked by rest and confidence in my care. I have not brought you this far to abandon you now. My plans for you are not fragile dreams, easily broken by your failures or the choices of others. My commitment to you is steady, unshakable, born of a love that predates your first breath. Your destiny is anchored in my goodness, not your performance. Permit yourself to relax into this truth, and you will find a freedom that cannot be stolen by any trouble or disappointment. I want you to recognize the signs of my presence that surround you even now. The gentle encouragement you receive from a friend, the unexpected moment of laughter, the quiet assurance that rises in your heart amidst uncertainty, all these are not coincidence, but traces of my spirit drawing near. I communicate with you in countless ways, tailoring my touch to what your soul needs most. Open your eyes and ears to the subtle ways I reassure you. Sometimes my voice is found in the awe of creation, other times in the stillness when you surrender your anxieties to me. If you are willing to be attentive, you will discover that I am always at work, turning even the smallest details of your life toward your good. Do not dismiss or overlook the sacredness woven through your ordinary moments. Learn to pause, to listen, to give thanks for the simple gifts that remind you that you are never forgotten. There will also be seasons of waiting when answers do not come quickly and your longing stretches on. Trust that delays in my timing are not rejections, but invitations to deeper faith. In the hidden spaces of waiting, I am refining your character, strengthening your trust, and quietly preparing the way for new mercies. If you become restless in these times, remember that impatience often blinds you to the tender work I am doing within you. I do not withhold from you out of indifference. Rather, I ready you for more than you can now imagine, shaping you so you may receive my gifts with open hands and a grateful heart. Let your hope be anchored not to outcomes, but to my unchanging heart toward you. If discouragement tries to overwhelm you, recall that I am your shield and sustainer. When others misunderstand or even wound you, I remain closer than your breath, offering consolation that springs from mercy, not condemnation. I see every wound and I never dismiss your pain. My comfort is not merely a fleeting sensation, but the persistent kindness that renews your courage to try again. Even when you falter or become discouraged, I do not see you as weak or a failure. I see the courage it takes to continue walking, to keep hoping, and I rejoice over your perseverance. My grace is a current that carries you forward, regardless of your feelings or your past. Forgiveness is a gift I hold out to you fresh each day. Bring me your regrets and let them go. I do not define you by what you wish you could undo. The story of your life is written in compassion and renewal, not accusation. Let yourself receive the truth that you are forgiven and free. Do not return to the chains I have broken on your behalf. I am not keeping a record of your mistakes, nor am I waiting for you to prove your worthiness. Rest in the certainty that you are welcome, chosen, and treasured. Every day you have the opportunity to begin again with me. Love that is real is shaped by presence, by shared experience, by honest exchange. I am with you in every place, longing to nurture a living relationship that matures over time. Speak to me through your laughter as well as your tears, in both your certainty and your doubt. I am never threatened by your hard questions or by the intensity of your feelings. My delight is found in your authenticity. You are not required to perform or pretend with me. The openness and vulnerability you offer are not weaknesses but gifts, and I receive them with joy. Allow me to be your safe place, your steady companion as you navigate each step of your journey. You are part of a greater story, one whose threads I am masterfully weaving for a purpose beyond what you can yet perceive. Your daily choices, no matter how small, are not insignificant in my eyes. Each act of kindness, each humble offering of your time or love is multiplied by my grace to shape a world in which my light shines brighter through you. Learn to see yourself as a vessel through which I bring hope to others. I am glorified not by your perfection, but by your willingness to let me work through your life, especially in your weakness and your need. Even as you walk beneath the vast heavens, you may be tempted to believe that your steps are unnoticed, your prayers falling softly into silence. Hear me now. I am attentive to every sigh, every whisper of hope and longing within your soul. When disappointment settles like a heavy shadow, remember that I am the one who parts the clouds and bathes your heart with new light. Your pain is not an interruption to my work. It is woven into the very moments I use to draw you to a deeper trust. I recognize the ache behind your questions and the silent wrestling of your waiting. Let your vulnerability become the soil where my promises take root. When you struggle to understand the purpose behind your season, think not of confusion as failure, but as the gentle tilling of your heart, preparing it for a harvest you have not yet imagined. The world urges you to measure your progress, seeking proof of your adequacy, but I measure you by your willingness to yield and your openness to be transformed. In moments when you fear you are not enough, let my assurance silence the accusations. You are not competing for my approval. You are resting in my delight, chosen and cherished before you ever accomplished a single thing. Every act of surrender, however small, is celebrated by me, for it draws you closer to the life for which you were made. The relationships you treasure and struggle with are not accidents nor burdens meant to weary you beyond repair. Each encounter carries within it a seed of grace, an opportunity to see as I see, to listen with compassion, to offer patience where irritation might rise. I understand the fatigue that comes with loving those who misunderstand or wound you. Let me infuse you with my own resilient love, the kind that is gentle but unbreakable, that endures disappointment, forgives quickly, and prays even for those who turn away. My own heart was laid open for all. I did not withhold myself to spite rejection. You are invited to mirror this sacrificial openness, trusting that where your strength ends, mine begins. As you choose to bless rather than curse, to build up rather than tear down, you become a vessel carrying my restoring power into a broken world. I do not overlook the secret sacrifices you make, the kind words spoken when bitterness threatened, the silent prayers lifted in hope for another's good. All of these are precious to me, gathered as treasure more lasting than any earthly reward. There are seasons when confusion and chaos swirl around you and fears rise that you will be overtaken by circumstances beyond your control. In those nights when peace feels far and uncertainty presses in, recall that I am closer than your next breath. I am your anchor in the storm, your safe harbor when the waves threaten to overwhelm. Bring me your restless mind and your weary body. I am not disturbed by your anxious thoughts, nor am I disappointed by your human weakness. Instead, I welcome it. I hold each concern with care, inviting you to hand over the burdens you were never meant to shoulder alone. The world offers fleeting solutions and distractions, but I offer steadfast presence. Let trust grow in the soil of honesty. Tell me your fears, and let my spirit calm the noise with a peace the world cannot manufacture. I do not promise a life without storms, but I give you my shoulder to lean on and my hand to hold. Though you may arrive at the end of your own resources, you will discover that I am always abundant, always enough. There are gifts within you, gifts of kindness, creativity, and resilience that you sometimes struggle to recognize for yourself. I see every flicker of courage it takes to step into your uniqueness, and each time you choose faith over fear, you honor the one who shaped your soul. Resist the voices that belittle your offering or whisper that your light is too small. Even a single candle can pierce the deepest darkness. I have placed you where you are for a holy reason. Your story, with all its twists and imperfections, is part of a greater tapestry that reveals my heart to the world. If you doubt the impact of your journey, trust that nothing given in love, no matter how hidden or humble, escapes my notice. The seeds you plant with faithful hands, though unseen today, will grow in places you cannot yet imagine. Stay rooted in your calling. Let your life be a testimony not of perfection, but of unwavering trust in the one who works all things for good. The temptation to isolate yourself in pain or shame is powerful, especially when you feel misunderstood or afraid. Yet isolation is not my design for your healing. I have made you for connection, for the strengthening that comes as you open your heart to others and welcome their presence into your life. Risk reaching for support. Let yourself be known and cared for, even if vulnerability feels daunting. Relationships may bring risk, but they are also the channels through which my grace and comfort most often flow. You are not a burden. You are a blessing, an irreplaceable member of the family I am gathering. Where you struggle to find your place, trust that I am preparing hearts to receive you and voices to encourage you. Allow my love to fill the spaces left empty by human imperfection and to surround you with the embrace you long for. In your journey to wholeness, remember that I work within both the dramatic and the ordinary. There are miracles in the daily routines, hidden revelations in the common rhythms of rising, working, resting, and caring. Look for my presence not only in the spectacular, but in the gentle persistence of hope, the small victories over despair, and the quiet fidelity of loving through monotony. These unseen moments are the foundation of a faith that stands firm, a testament to the power of steadfast devotion. I delight not only in your accomplishments, but also in your determination to continue when applause is absent and fatigue presses near. Let this encouragement settle deep. Your steady faithfulness, your perseverance in obscurity, is radiant in my eyes. Transformation unfolds not in haste, but through patient surrender. Trust that the seasons of waiting and apparent stillness are not wasted or overlooked. Just as seeds take time to break the surface and blossom, so the work I am doing within you may unfold in hidden and gradual ways. Be patient with yourself in the journey. Release the demand to see results immediately. Instead, practice believing that I am at work, shaping every delay and every longing into something exquisite. My timing is not a sign of indifference, but of infinite wisdom and loving intention. Rest in the knowledge that what I begin, I always complete, and my vision for your life surpasses even your highest hopes. Where you feel weak or inadequate, let my promise be your strength. I delight in using the humble and the broken to reveal my power and glory. Your limitations are not obstacles, but invitations to let go of self-reliance and lean into my sufficiency. Every time you admit your need, you open space for my miracles. My grace is not only a covering for your failures, it is the creative energy that turns your shortcomings into testimonies, your scars into symbols of victory. Do not despise the places where you struggle. They are often where I do my deepest work, transforming ashes into beauty and sorrow into psalms of joy. So let your heart be lifted. Even now, as you read, my spirit is moving, inviting you into a deeper, richer experience of my love, a love that does not abandon or condemn, but continually restores and renews. As you surrender the need to control or prove yourself, you find liberation in my constant embrace. Let hope arise. I am making all things new, and you are included in this unfolding miracle. There have been quiet seasons in your life when you questioned if I had turned my face away, when my presence felt like a distant echo instead of a living song within you. But I want you to understand from the deepest part of my Father's heart that I never abandon you in silence. My love presses through even the thickest clouds of doubt and the shadows of your misunderstanding. When you feel alone or uncertain, when the night seems endless and you see no evidence of the sunrise, I am there, closer than you know, weaving hope through the very threads of your longing. The strength you found to rise each day, the gentle reminders to keep going, the comfort that seemed to come from nowhere when your heart ached, those were my gifts, quietly sustaining you when you wondered how you would make it through. My ways are higher than yours, and sometimes what feels like absence is actually an invitation for you to seek me in a deeper way. You do not need to have it all figured out. I do not ask for perfection, but for your willingness. Even your smallest surrender, the quiet yes whispered through weary lips, reaches me. And I cherish these offerings more than you know. I see your effort. I treasure every attempt to turn back to me, every moment of vulnerability and honesty about your fears, your doubts, your limitations. These do not push me away. Rather, they make room for my grace to enter, to bring new life and strength where you thought there was none left. In the harder moments when you are tempted to numb your pain or run from your own reflection, remember that I am not disappointed in your struggle. Instead, I kneel beside you in your moments of weakness, offering my hand not to judge, but to lift and restore. My mercy meets you at your lowest and carries you when your legs can no longer support the journey. The valleys teach you a dependence on me that the mountaintops cannot. When you cry out, even with a broken voice, I hear, and no tear you have cried has ever been wasted. With each one, I gather new seeds of hope to plant in the soil of your heart, preparing a brighter harvest than you can imagine. Consider how much more I, your loving Creator, care for you than you often care for yourself. You give grace to others, yet withhold it from your own weary heart. You see the beauty in your neighbor's brokenness, but judge your own so harshly. Come, learn my compassion for you. Let the gentleness I extend replace your inner harshness. Allow yourself to rest, to breathe, to be human in my presence. You do not have to perform or prove anything to earn my love. Before you took your first breath, I chose you. I delighted in who you would become. All your days, even the unfinished and mistaken ones, were known and held in my hands long before you lived a single one of them. Trust that my promises do not depend on your unbroken record, but on my unshakable faithfulness. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. In a world that shifts beneath your feet, I remain your solid ground. Where you feel most unsteady, anchor yourself in who I am. Let my character shape your confidence, not your fleeting emotions or unpredictable circumstances. As you lean into me, you will find a rest that cannot be stolen, a peace deeper than the world can offer. There will be storms, yes, but I am the one who calms the wind and the waves inside you. When you cannot change your situation, let your soul nestle into my care, trusting that I am working for your good in ways you cannot yet perceive. My child, your weaknesses are not liabilities in my kingdom, but open doors for my power. I do not despise your limitations. I utilize them as vessels for my glory. Where you see flaws, I see opportunities for miracles. The awkwardness, the wounds, the uncertainties, all become holy ground when surrendered to me. Invite me into those places you have guarded with shame, believing you must handle them alone. There is no darkness in you that my light cannot enter. Allow me access and watch as I transform the most barren places into gardens of grace. Remember that I am patient. Your healing is not a race. I delight in walking with you at the pace your heart can bear. I hold no stopwatch to your progress. I am gentle with your growth, pruning only what will keep you from fullness, nurturing even what appears small or weak. Do not despise your beginnings, nor compare your journey to another's. The story I am telling with your life is unlike any other. Your path is sacred to me, custom-shaped for the unique song I planted inside your spirit. Hold on to the truth that I am with you in more ways than you notice. The beauty that stirs you, the kindness that surprises you, the resilience that rises from deep within, all are echoes of my presence. I delight in revealing myself through both the extraordinary and the ordinary. Sometimes you expect to meet me only in moments of intensity, but I am also in the simple, hidden blessings. The laughter of a friend, the warmth of sunlight, the quiet assurance that you belong. Even when everything else feels uncertain, as you continue forward, let your heart be softened rather than hardened by difficulty. Bitterness is a prison, forgiveness a key. When you struggle to forgive yourself or others, ask for my help. I will give you a heart like mine, one that is slow to anger, abounding in love, eager to restore. Do not underestimate the freedom that flows from walking in forgiveness. It loosens chains, both seen and unseen, and allows my healing light to penetrate where resentment once dwelled. I am the God who writes new stories, who brings life from ashes. No offense or mistake is too great for my redeeming love. You are not defined by your failures, but by my affection. Every day, I am inviting you deeper beyond shame, beyond fear, into the wide open spaces of my acceptance. The door is always open. You are welcome here not because of what you can offer me, but because of who I have declared you to be. My beloved, my delight, my treasure. Rest in that identity, letting it become the foundation from which you live and love. Let gratitude begin to weave through your days. Even as you wait for answers or long for resolution, there is goodness present even now, signs of my faithfulness all around you. If you have eyes to see, practice noticing these gifts, small as they might appear, each one a reminder that I am not far off, but intimately involved in your story. Gratitude is not denial of pain, but a declaration that despite its presence, my goodness remains unwavering. It will lift your eyes and soften your burdens, infusing hope where weariness has taken up residence. Do not be afraid to dream again, even if disappointment has silenced your longings. I am the God of new beginnings, always ready to surprise you with joy. Let the embers of old hopes be fanned into flame by my Spirit. Dare to believe that greater things are yet to come, not because of your worthiness, but because I delight in giving good gifts. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. Even now, I am preparing blessings tailored to your heart, answers shaped by deep understanding of your true needs. As you lean close, allow my love to refill what life has drained. Let it become the wellspring from which you draw courage for your next step. Tomorrow is in my hands, and there is nothing you will face alone. Invite me into the silent places, the hidden corners, the fragile beginnings. Watch as I bring beauty from brokenness, laughter from mourning, wholeness from what once seemed irreparably lost. Through the tapestry of your days, you have seen the gentle persistence of my presence reach into the shadows where your mind wanders and your heart aches. I have watched as you sometimes confuse your wounds for your identity. But I whisper to you, scars are not the sum of you. They are reminders of healing, places where light has entered, evidence that pain does not have the final word. Even now, as you consider the unspoken questions and the silent fears that flutter just out of reach, know that I see them all. There is no thought, however fleeting, and no feeling, however deep or tangled, that escapes my notice. I draw especially close in the silent corners of your uncertainty, refining your understanding of who you are by revealing ever more of who I am. Your journey is unique, sculpted by hands that are tender but steady, loving but strong. Sometimes you have tried to outrun my affection, believing perhaps that my love is for others, the better ones, the ones who seem to believe more easily or give more freely. But this is a distortion, a mirage born of hurt and comparison. I do not distribute my love like a scarce commodity, but pour it freely and abundantly to whoever will stop long enough to receive. Not because you have earned it, not because you have measured up, but simply because you belong to me. The persistent whisper in the quiet moments is the echo of eternity. You are mine, and I delight in you. Not in spite of your imperfections, but often because of how I use them to draw you closer. The world has shaped its own standards of worth, but mine are different. In my gaze, your true value radiates invincibly. If you let me, I will help you reinterpret your past, not erasing memories, but illuminating them so their meaning becomes redemptive, not destructive. The failures you revisit, those regrets that sometimes feel like shackles, can become in my hands stepping stones leading closer to wisdom and grace. The triumphs that made your heart leap, I celebrate with you. They are not meaningless blips, but signs of my partnership with you. When you consider your story, invite me to read it with you. Together, we will find the threads of purpose woven through every season, even the painful ones. I long to teach you how nothing in your history is wasted and every moment can be transformed by love. You have asked in moments of weariness why I allow storms, why I do not simply clear the sky and grant tranquil days. My answer is layered with mystery. Yet in the storm, roots grow deeper. In the wind and rain, you discover your true anchor. Peace is not the absence of trouble, but the unshakable assurance that I am near. Some of the most intimate lessons are whispered in the loudest winds, and my promise remains unchanged. No force can separate you from my presence. No tempest will erase your value or jeopardize your destiny. I do not stand apart when your tears fall. I gather them. I do not merely sympathize. I inhabit your troubles with you, gently folding my comfort around you until anxiety loses its grip. Growth is rarely linear. Sometimes hope feels strong, and sometimes it is just a flicker you can barely sense. I am not measuring you by the size of your faith, but by your willingness to turn toward me, even if it is with trembling steps and uncertain words. Do not despise small beginnings or think that your questions put you at a distance. Intimacy is forged in honesty. Bring every part of yourself, your laughter and your confusion, your gratitude and your frustration. I am the safest place you will ever know, a home impervious to shame. When you look in the mirror and only see fragments, let me show you how those pieces form a mosaic more beautiful than you have imagined. Day by day, I am gently reordering your affections, helping you see more clearly what truly satisfies. There are voices all around clamoring for attention, promising fulfillment if only you chase one more ambition, achieve one more goal, or secure one more sign of approval. Often these voices leave you empty, longing, restless. I offer a different abundance rooted in what cannot be taken or broken. As you practice resting in my presence, you find a new freedom, not to escape the world, but to live within it with a heart that is unburdened by insecurity. The world defines you by output and performance. I define you by belonging and belovedness. Every act of trust, every whisper of surrender, even when they seem small, sends ripples you cannot see. These moments are not wasted. You are participating in a mystery as old as creation itself, the slow, continual transformation of your heart into something that shines with my likeness. Nothing is too insignificant to matter. No offering is too humble for me to cherish. I take what is ordinary and breathe eternal purpose into it. You are learning to see your life through my eyes, and as you do, peace comes not from circumstances, but from knowing you are held in a love that cannot disappoint. When you slip, when you falter, do not hide or withdraw into guilt. Come quickly to me and let grace restore you. My discipline is always an invitation, not condemnation. I do not gloat over your mistakes, but invite you to walk with me into deeper maturity. Sometimes growth looks like forgiving yourself, leaving behind the urge to rehearse what went wrong, and choosing instead to start again, confident in my mercy. This is the freedom I have won for you, not perfection, but a secure place to grow and to keep returning to love again and again. As I draw you forward, there will be moments of clarity where hope tastes sweet and your path is illuminated. There will also be moments where you see only the next step, and that too is enough. I am leading you with gentleness, never forcing, never shaming. Where you resist, I offer patience. Where you are afraid, I surround you with quiet reassurance. The journey is not about achievement, but about relationship, about learning to trust me more fully. In every season, in every joy and heartbreak, you are not alone. I am making all things new in you. Even when you cannot yet see the masterpiece taking shape, you have walked with me through a path of revelation, heard my voice whisper through the quiet moments, and allowed your heart to open anew. Let me anchor you now. Just as I have been the anchor unseen beneath roaring seas, holding you in my faithful peace, I see the places your soul still trembles, the hopes you are afraid to confess even to yourself. I know what it costs to trust when disappointment lingers. But I tell you, your story is never finished while you stand with me. Even the smallest spark in your spirit, that flicker that refuses to be extinguished, was placed there by my own hand. Do not hide your wounds from me. Bring every fracture, every hidden sorrow into the warmth of my presence. There is no place in you so dark or distant that my light cannot find it. Come closer still, for I am unwearied, unashamed, and utterly delighted to embrace you again and again. Your failures do not repel me. Your fears do not surprise me. I have seen the labyrinth of your thoughts, your moments of courage, your secret prayers, and every longing you have never spoken aloud. My compassion runs deeper than the currents of your shame. Let that truth settle now into every anxious place. Let it quiet the accusations and unspoken doubts that swirl within. I am not pacing the heavens, waiting for you to earn worthiness or summon enough faith to impress me. My love is not a reward for performance, but the birthplace of your truest self. When you listen for my voice, you are not left to decode a riddle. I delight in making my heart known, speaking gently but clearly so that small steps become possible. Even if your path feels wrapped in mystery, remember that I am guiding by my spirit, shaping circumstances and preparing you in ways beyond your understanding. Take notice of the invitations I place before you, those often missed nudges toward love, honesty, or forgiveness. The world may distract you with false promises and urgent noise, but my call is steady and sure. I am the voice that silences storms. Hear me as I remind you, even in this very moment, that I am accomplishing more than is visible. I do not waste tears or confusion or seasons that seem barren. When you feel surrounded by hardness, like a seed pressed deep beneath the earth, know that I am working in hidden places. Trust that growth begins in darkness, where I alone know the timing and shape of your coming harvest. Let patience steady you, not as a project to master, but as an act of resting in my timing. My wisdom writes a far greater story than anything you could orchestrate. You are not behind, not hopeless, not lost to me. My vision encompasses both your beginning and your destiny. Release the urge to compare your journey with another's or to measure your progress with anxious eyes. My pace for you is perfect. Where you have misunderstood delay for abandonment, remember that I am the faithful gardener, attentive even to the deepest roots. I have held your name in my heart before time itself began. I have watched over you with joy, wept with your sorrow, and celebrated your smallest wins. Nothing about you bores me, exhausts me, or causes me to pull back. This is the intimacy for which your soul longs. You are not meant to carry the world's burdens as your own. I am inviting you again and again to lay down the weights, false responsibility, regret, and self-condemnation at the foot of my unending grace. As you do, you will discover freedom not as a fleeting feeling, but as the environment in which your heart is meant to live. Fear cannot flourish where my love is welcomed. Anxiety shrinks before the awareness of my nearness. Doubt dissolves in the face of my relentless truth. Each day is another invitation to practice this exchange, releasing what drains you to receive more of me. I lead you not with threats, but with steady affection. My correction is not rejection. It is the careful pruning of what keeps you small and distant from the fullness for which I made you. Welcome my discipline, knowing it springs from unwavering love and faithfulness to your true purpose. I am not after your perfection, but your willingness to walk with me even when you do not understand. Lift your gaze from the ground. The horizon I have prepared is radiant with hope and possibilities beyond counting. I am forming in you the resilience and compassion needed for the unique influence you are to carry. Your voice, your story, your compassion, they matter. You are called to be a reflection of my heart in places no one else can touch. Small acts of kindness, whispered prayers, simple integrity, these are seeds I water with my presence, and I promise their fruitfulness. Your tomorrow is not determined by yesterday's regrets, but by the unshakable promise of my companionship. I will be your supply, your advocate, your healer, and your friend. When you are tempted to withdraw, to believe you are too much or not enough, remember that I remain unmoved. My embrace is wide enough for all your questions, broad enough for every season of your heart. Do not wait for conditions to be perfect before coming near. Seek me now, in this very breath, and find that I have already drawn near to you. My delight in you cannot be diminished by your confusion or multiplied by your success. You are my beloved, called out of hiding and into the light where all things are made new. Listen for my invitation, as steady as sunrise and as gentle as the dew on morning grass. Let my spirit stir in you a holy expectation, not fear of disappointment, but wonder at possibilities yet unseen. There is nothing random about you finding these words at this moment. I see you, I know you, and I have drawn you into the shelter of my presence. This message is not for someone else. It is for you right now. As you let these words fill your heart, it is not mere comfort that is coming, but revelation. Something new I have long been waiting to unveil inside you. Do not mistake these moments as ordinary. What happens between you and me today can change the direction of your days and the state of your heart. You are tired of hoping in shifting shadows, of searching for meaning in places that cannot hold the weight of your soul. You have come with needs tucked quietly in your heart, some spoken, others only whispered in the night. Yet I know every cry before it reaches your lips. I am the one who envelops you in true security, the true source of power and courage, the gentle but unshakable support your life is built upon. The stakes for listening are real. If you turn away, if you close your heart, the cycle simply remains. More striving, more loneliness, more fear. But if you let me draw close, if you open yourself wide, you will find the love and strength that no other can offer. Let your expectation be high, for this is not another message filled with empty promises. I speak now as your Father, close to the rhythm of your breathing, holding your life, your family, your every step in the center of my hand. I do not offer platitudes or distant blessings. Every word I speak carries my authority, my compassion, and my commitment, a bond unbreakable, a love unrelenting. I come to you directly, intentionally, with eyes only for you. In the hush, in the noise, in the confusion or clarity, I am here now. Lean in. I promise you will not leave unchanged. Now, as you sit or stand wherever you are, feel the quiet invitation to pause. Let your worries settle for a moment. Whatever enemies or fears have pressed against you, remember this truth. I am your shield. I cloak you with power and infuse you with courage to meet what comes. You are my child, my beloved, and my presence does not flicker or fade depending on your circumstances. It is my delight to give you the strength you need moment by moment. Bring me your petitions. Speak your needs in your own words and let yourself feel, cry if you must. for every tear is a bridge between your heart and mine. But as you wait, do so with hope. Remember, in every moment of doubt, every pang of uncertainty, I stand as your fortress. When what is against you feels overwhelming, my commitment to defend you becomes visible. It is not by your effort alone that you stand. My indestructible presence surrounds you like armor. Listen carefully. I am not distant or distracted. Wherever you go, my love is the silent certainty that walks with you, wrapping you in security. In every struggle, every victory, see with new eyes. I am showing you how brave and strong you truly are. This journey is not a punishment, but a revealing of the splendor I have placed within you. I do not only grant courage for the battles ahead, but I offer wisdom for the moments when discernment matters most. You were created to walk with patience and grace, handling challenges not as burdens, but as opportunities to learn and lead, to be a light for others. The way you live, your choices, your reactions, your hope, it all testifies to my transforming love. Your story becomes a window for others to see what redemption can look like. Trust that even now, as you move through confusion or hardship, I prepare you to guide others, to point toward the solid foundation of my promises. You wonder if your days have purpose beyond routine and labor. Hear me. Your life has meaning because it is wrapped in my boundless affection. Stand tall, walk steadily, rooted in the calm assurance that I am always watching over you. My promises are a fortress you can rest in, not merely visit. It is my steadfast devotion to you that gives you the confidence to meet life with purpose and joy. You, my warrior, are uniquely chosen to reflect my light so that a hurting world might know there is hope, that love is not just a word, but an experience only I can impart. Keep moving forward, not in haste, but in assurance that you cannot outstep my care. As you do, keep your heart open and let each word you speak, each prayer, each whisper, each written thought be a connection to me. Let your soul pour out with honesty. Dare to trust that I am not only listening, but rejoicing over you. My love is an endless well, always enough to fill the dry places within your heart, always enough to overflow into your relationships and daily moments. If you receive this peace, type I receive to claim it now, and let that declaration be your agreement with what I am pouring into you. I know that lately, the silence in your room has been filled with questions you are too afraid to ask out loud, and I have seen you staring at the ceiling in the middle of the night, wondering when your breakthrough will finally arrive. You have been carrying a weight that feels far too heavy for one person to bear, and you have been doing it with a smile on your face so that no one else worries about you. But today, I want you to drop your shoulders, take a deep breath, and listen closely, because I am going to answer the prayers you have not even found the words to speak. You have felt like you are fighting a battle all by yourself. But I need you to know that you have never, not for a single second, been alone. I have been right there beside you, catching every tear and counting every sigh. If these words are touching something deep inside you, do not keep it hidden. Write Amen or This is from me where you're able. Save this message and share it with someone else who needs to be reminded that they are not alone either. You have been shrinking back, afraid to be honest about how hard it really is, because you think you need to be strong for everyone else. But do not shrink from honesty when you face enemies or threats, and do not hide your heart from me. Let faith root you in a new kind of courage. I am your Father, and I am standing up on your behalf right now. If you will just open your heart and let my tenderness reach those darkened corners you try to hide, you will feel a healing overflow that you did not think was possible. In my presence, hope is not just a nice idea, it is continually reborn. Let this be your confidence today. There is no situation you're facing that is too difficult for me to solve. My love is your safe haven and your source of resilience, so let me walk with you. Hand me your uncertainties. Surrender those plans that have not worked out yet, and receive instead the fullness of life I have prepared for you. Right now, if this is speaking to you, place your hand on your heart and quietly say, God, I give you my worries. And mean every word. If you wish, just bow your head right where you are. Pour out your heart. Every tear you shed in my presence draws us closer, and I want you to know that your voice is heard not as a ritual, but as a declaration of trust. Speak with me, pursue me, and you will find a peace the world cannot offer, and a clarity that does not come from your own striving. Day after day, this connection is being renewed. Trust that I am moved by your words, that I gather every prayer like a precious treasure. Your faith, even when it feels small or weary, is beautiful to me. I am ever close, leaning in, ready to respond, ready to support you as your closest friend, even closer than your own thoughts. You do not journey alone ever. My presence is the air around you, and my promises are the blanket you can draw around your soul when the world feels cold. Don't just listen. Take a moment now. Close your eyes, bow your head, and start talking to me out loud, even if it's just one honest sentence. I am your shelter when you feel misunderstood, and your refuge when the world is too loud or too harsh. So continue to trust, even as my hand works in unseen ways in your life. Say my name out loud right now. Let love be more than just a fleeting feeling. Let it shape your words and your actions. Remind yourself with a simple declaration, Jesus, I love you. Let those words echo now. Write them down if you wish, composing your own letters of devotion, or simply speak them into the quiet. When you declare your love with faith, know that my response is certain. I am always ready to answer in the precise moment you most need it. This is not just a habit, this is a relationship, and you are moving toward a miracle, even if you cannot yet see it forming. Do not accept disappointment or discouragement as your portion in life. Refuse to believe any voice that tells you your best days are behind you, because those words are not from me. Your circumstances may tell you to surrender to defeat, but my love cannot be defeated, and it will not be withdrawn. No matter how the storms rage or the shadows gather, I see your efforts to be strong. I see your desire to shoulder every burden yourself. You have been independent for so long, but even your strength at times wanes, and that is okay. Feel the relief of simply being honest. You need me, and it is not a weakness to depend upon love. Come rest beside me. This is a holy pause, a chance to stop striving and let the healing power of my words soak into your soul. Let every promise I have made enter your heart and ease the anxieties that haunt your mind. You are diligent, responsible, seeking to always do right, but the weight is heavy. There are times when you work long into the night, when fear of failing those you love keeps you awake. Let me build your home. Let me build your future and your peace. All your efforts yield fruit when they are surrendered into my hands. Exchange your exhaustion for my renewing grace. Let clarity come. Let rest settle over your heart. You are not alone in the struggle. There are adversaries, setbacks, and contrary winds, but I do not allow these to crush you. My offer is simple but profound. Lean on me. Let my love reignite your faith brighter than before. Never be ashamed of your trust in me. Long for me as you once did, with a passion undimmed by disappointment. Your dreams are not dead, they are only resting. Fill your mind with my words and give yourself time in my company. The urgency is now. Do not delay sweetness for some distant tomorrow. If there is anything unresolved between us, face it with honesty, not fear. I come as a friend, reaching out to accept my embrace. Let your heart fill with joy and your mind with unshakable peace. You were not meant to wander from storm to storm, believing you are invisible or unsupported. There are those around you who care, though their own pain sometimes makes them seem distant. Do not let misunderstanding rob you of my daily joy. Smile at others. Let the happiness I give you radiate through every interaction. See how relationships soften and how hearts draw near when kindness is your gift. You and I are bound by an eternal covenant. I made you new, washed your ways, and set you on a path like no other. Trust that I have placed unique blessings and unique revelations in your heart. Gifts meant for you to share, not just abroad, but beginning right there in your household. At the day's end, hand me your burdens once more. I take joy in conversing with you, in being invited into even the smallest details of your life. As you rest, quiet yourself. There is no need to fear darkness or the unknown. My peace is your heritage. My love is your nightly lullaby. Quiet the ceaseless flood of worries. Place every trouble into my hands and revel in the freedom of simply being loved by God. Each morning, start with gratitude before anything else. Let your heart acknowledge me. I will be with you from the sunrise, guarding your steps, scattering any darkness, and keeping you safe from harm you cannot see. Each evening, talk with me again. Let me hear about your day, your struggles, your joys. Let me paint smiles on your face, and let your home be filled with warm memories and gentle understanding. When adversity arises, stand with confidence. Let me fill your eyes with the shimmering certainty of faith. Can you sense that courage beginning to spark within you even now? It is no fleeting emotion. It is the steady gift I pour into your soul. When you feel swept by tides of uncertainty or pain, remember I am always more present than whatever you face. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. Receive the energy that comes from my delight in you, the supernatural peace that steadies your heartbeat and anchors your hope. Be open to what I am doing, because something extraordinary is growing in your spirit. If you are weary, if brokenness shadows today, let me lift you with these words of healing. I am your light. I am the one who draws you from every darkness, keeps you from harm, and covers you with a love that no curse and no accusation can penetrate. My blood has cleansed you. You are safe, covered, made whole under my wings. You belong to me. No past mistake, no present struggle can disqualify you from my protection. Cling to this truth. Let my words uproot every chain of destructive thinking. My voice is gentle but strong. When you rise, I will whisper blessings over your day. When you begin to wander, listen for my voice bringing you lovingly back. Even if you stumble, I will not judge or abandon you. My goal is always to restore, always to lift, always to bring you onward in hope. From your earliest days, you have carried a mark of my purpose. Some have misunderstood you, spoken words intended to diminish your confidence. They saw your difference but mistook it for weakness. Here, let go of their judgments. Receive instead my affirmation. You are chosen, beloved, before you ever took your first breath. The season has come for your destiny to break forth. Do not reject my gifts. Let them find their place in your story. Is your heart ready to accept the good I have prepared? Perhaps you question if it could be so, yet my love is not bound by your uncertainties. I know every hidden ache, each silent longing. With me, vulnerability is safe. Bring every feeling, every confusion. I am always attentive to your need, not just as an observer, but as your Redeemer who delights in making whole your broken places. Let it settle in your heart. The world will never offer the love, the understanding, or the deep belonging you crave. No achievement, no human affection can fill the space that was created for me. Stop giving away the treasure of your heart to those who cannot value its worth. Only I can receive that first place, and when I do, I fill you with a joy that no betrayal or neglect can diminish. Do not wait for more pain to turn to me. Come now. Come without shame or hesitation. I will not withhold myself because of your past. My love is relentless, persistent, welcoming, waiting always. And as you choose to draw close in this very moment, I promise transformation will follow. Your future will begin to look different. You will understand how I can turn even suffering into hope, even lack into provision, even abandonment into embrace. Let no negative voice take root within you. I have given you intelligence and spiritual readiness. You have matured in ways you may not fully see. The doors you need are opening. I am real, more real than doubt, and I have never failed to rescue you. Even when your story was tangled or your path unclear, the fire of my spirit is waking up the dreams I planted in you long ago, dreams that will shelter, enrich, and provide not only for you, but for many you love. I have not held your past against you. My forgiveness is complete, immediate, and irrevocable. Let go of shame. It is not your inheritance. I release you from old regrets, break the bonds of sorrow, and restore your confidence. When the days of pain threatened to outnumber the days of hope, I remained beside you. Now a new season is unfolding. Where you felt only sadness or exhaustion, deep gladness will spring up. Declare your faith aloud if you are willing. Say, I believe, and let your spirit align with these words. Everything that concerns you, I already hold in solution. My spirit is wrapping you now in healing, drawing out old wounds, making room for fresh energy and joy. Step into the freedom I have purchased for you. Refuse to let failure define your measure. Your story is still being written with mercy as its ink and love as its theme. You are free because I say so. You are whole because I call you beloved. Nothing you lack now cannot be made whole by my presence. You are beginning a season of gathering, of reaping what you have sown in faithfulness, humility, and repentance. Even your family is included in this overflow. Right here, speak it out loud. I believe. And if you're able, write or type I believe somewhere right now as your step of faith. As you walk forward, hold your head high. Each step you take echoes my commitment and my delight in you. Do not be discouraged by the memories of loss or the times you said goodbye in sorrow. Your pain has not gone unnoticed. But look, you are still standing, able to testify that darkness has not overcome you. There is nothing coming that can steal away my blessing. Your convictions have been refined through struggle, and your knowledge of me has become unshakable. As you influence your loved ones, let patience and gentleness be your guide. I have not sent you to judge, but to love. Every person has the power to change. Extend the opportunity for redemption as freely as I have given it to you. Lift their names to me in honest prayer. Treat them with the dignity I have modeled for you. They too are on journeys I am guiding. Sometimes only a small step remains between where they are and a breakthrough. Be the seed of my hope in their story. Speak life, sow kindness, and leave the growth to me. Even those you have not seen for a while, I will bring them across your path when the moment is right. Carry my message to them. They are known, cherished, and invited. Let your actions sprinkle faith, planting what will grow into sturdy oaks of transformation. Train your eyes to see not by circumstance but by faith. Challenges will come and go, but my love endures. Work from a stance of security, not from striving for acceptance. Your provision comes from my hand, not random, not mere luck, but a reward for persistent trust. Let today mark the flourishing of miracles in your everyday life. Let gratitude lift your hands and frame your words. Do not let adversity dictate your mood. Your anchor is in deeper waters. React to hardship with the strength I provide. You are firmer than you imagine. My own spirit lives within you, steadying your emotions, clarifying your decisions, and making you more resilient with each passing day. Let each empty place within you be filled by what is lasting and real. Guard against the fatigue of just getting by. Run instead on the energy of encouragement. I give even small, surprising reminders of my affection throughout your day. When you recognize them, your spirit will grow lighter, your independence will blossom, and your freedom will feel true. Take a moment right now and either speak or jot down one thing you're grateful for today. Let gratitude be your practical response to this word. Stand tall. Arm yourself with truth. You cannot be defeated, for I stand behind you. Each new sunrise brings a refreshment of my joy and the strength to walk forward. A new smile, even when you do not feel like it. Smile because you trust me, not just your feelings. You are infinitely precious to me, cherished as my beloved little one. I lift you to heights you could not reach by yourself, simply to show you, to let you sense and know how great my love truly is. That miracle you have been waiting for is closer than you realize. Hold on to my promises. Share your heart's burdens with me, trusting that as you do, the beginnings of breakthrough are already at hand. You are surrounded now by my presence. Let your mind be stilled, your doubts quieted as you sense the peace that only I can give. Be confident that you will not make fatal errors or be driven by distress. Even when darkness whispers at your door, let my light be the voice you trust. My intention is for you to live, really live, every single day with purpose and joy. Your victory is not fragile. Every lie that told you otherwise is breaking even now. You may have heard that it is not possible, that you are too broken, too limited, too late. Let those voices be silenced. What I have begun in you, I will bring to completion. If you would only see with my eyes, you would marvel at how close deliverance is. Let go of the idea that others' opinions set your standard. They do not. Only I know your true value. I say you are mine. Refuse to let past pain or present insecurity have the final say. My Holy Spirit dwells in you. He does not leave when you are down. He only draws nearer, calling you back with gentle strength. Open your eyes wider now, for every day I will show you fresh evidence of my unchanging affection. I have placed you in holy surrounds and have appointed you as a champion of faith. From this day forward, wake with new expectancy. You are not only loved, you are empowered. Go now and be a living sign of my love. Let your hands and your words bring the blessing to others that I have poured into you. You find yourself questioning if your journey matters, if the weight you carry is seen, if the longings of your heart echo in heaven. I am here, closer than breath, listening to the faintest sigh within you. You have searched for meaning in many places, longing for someone to truly understand the intricate tapestry of your hopes and disappointments. Know this: every thread of your life has been woven by my hands. Each shade and shadow is part of a masterpiece still unfolding before you. There is no corner of your story unknown to me, no corner of your soul beyond the reach of my restoring light. When you face the silence and struggle, when old fears threaten to close in, I whisper hope through the quiet, the same hope that shaped the stars and calms the storm. Let your guard come down even just for a moment. You do not need to strive for perfection here or hide your questions. Lay aside the mask you wear to face others, for I see past the surface to the tender truth within you. A truth worthy of love. Sometimes you have felt like you are wandering in a wilderness, dusty, worn, unsure which path to take. Yet I walk beside you on every path, whether straight or tangled, and I never tire of guiding you or of claiming you as my beloved. Where you see a desert, I see seeds ready to bloom, promises lying just below the surface, waiting to break forth with living water. There is a pace I long to teach you, a holy rhythm not driven by exhaustion or comparison, but by abiding with me in trust. You may feel urgency pressing on all sides, voices demanding you prove your worth, accomplish more. Keep up. Let me hush those voices for a while. Breathe deeply in my presence and find rest no circumstance can take away. The world will always present reasons to be afraid or discontent, but I hold you steady within a greater kind of peace, one born not from ease, but from my unwavering faithfulness. Even when you struggle to believe, I remain constant and true, carrying you through the seasons of plenty and of drought. My invitation is simple. Let yourself be seen and loved as you are, not as you think you should be. Do not let shame root itself in your spirit, for I have not called you to carry burdens I already bore for you. In every moment you felt you fell short, I was closer than you realized, pressing comfort to your wounds. When regret clouds your memory, remember that grace rewrites your past, your present, and your future. My mercy is not measured by your performance, nor withdrawn by your failures. I am patient with you, rejoicing in every step you take toward me, joyfully repairing what is broken and making you whole. Still, I know the longing you feel for change, for breakthrough, for hope renewed, for relationships restored. I have placed that longing within you, not to torment, but to invite you into partnership with me. The dreams I stir in your spirit are not empty illusions, but echoes of my heart for you and through you. You may not see the way forward, but I am already preparing it. My ways are higher than your understanding, and I am investing every moment with purpose far beyond what you see. Trust that in your weakness my strength will be revealed, and in your waiting, treasures are being formed within you that will outlast every hardship. Release the pressure you feel to show the world only your strengths. There is beauty even in your need, a sacred opportunity for me to reveal my sufficiency where your resources end. Say yes to my presence here and now, not when you have it all together. Even the smallest turning of your heart toward me sends joy into heaven. I am not measuring you by human standards, but by the love and humility that draw you close. I know the battle you face with doubt and discouragement, with the disappointments that sometimes steal your energy. I remind you now, you are not defined by your wounds, your perceived failures, or what others have spoken over you. My truth is the final word, and my plans for you are anchored in hope. As you open your heart to me, be gentle with yourself. Nurture the seeds of hope, even if they still feel fragile. Healing takes root in the soil of honesty, watered by surrender. I am not asking you to fix yourself, only to let me work within you, crafting beauty from ashes and joy from mourning. You are not alone in this journey. Trust in my commitment to walk every step with you, defending you, providing for you, celebrating you. I am your fiercest advocate. Remember that your value has always been established by my love for you, not by the applause or criticism of the world. My love is unchanging, yesterday, today, and forever. The storms may rise, but beneath the surface, my arms hold you with a security you can always lean into. When the darkness attempts to close in, my word is a lamp for your path, gently illuminating the next step, even when you cannot see the destination. Take courage in these small, illuminated steps, for they are evidence that I am guiding you, sustaining you, and never abandoning you. Every desire for goodness inside you is a reflection of my own heart. I am near to those who seek me honestly, without pretending, without formulas. Bring me your raw questions and even your disappointments, for I do not despise the struggle. They draw you to me in ways that ease and answers seldom can. Where you are uncertain, I offer wisdom freely. Where you are weary, I offer rest no striving can achieve. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. If you could glimpse what I see in you, the courage, compassion, and resilience I have planted, you would marvel at my handiwork and rest in gratitude. Walk forward today knowing that I delight in you. Even in your wandering, you are always found by me. There is nothing you could reveal about yourself that would turn my heart away. I wait for you with patience, knowing that every time you seek me, you are aligning with the deepest truth of your being. You are mine, cherished and called. Listen closely, for I am always speaking, not in thunder or chaos, but in gentle waves of love and reassurance, restoring your soul for the journey ahead. Now, as you come closer to me, allow your heart to quiet itself in my presence. There is a place within you that longs to be understood, cherished, and restored. A depth that words seldom reveal and that others rarely see clearly. I see that longing, for I shaped it in you from the beginning. I know the silent aches, the burdens carried alone, the hopes deferred. In this moment, allow me to speak to you, not as a distant thought, but as the one who has walked beside you every day. My presence is not a concept or a ritual, but the living breath that fills your soul even now. Trust that the gentle stirring within you is my invitation to open the door of your heart without fear of rejection. I do not recoil from your mess or your doubts. I am not startled by your questions or the parts of your story you wish you could rewrite. Instead, I reach with unwavering tenderness toward every hidden ache and fractured place. My voice brings comfort, not as a fleeting moment, but as a sustaining strength designed to rebuild from within. Every tear you have shed has been counted by me. Not one falls to the ground unnoticed. Not a single sigh escapes my notice. I gather each one as precious because you are precious to me. You may not understand all the reasons for pain and disappointment, but know this: nothing is wasted in my hands. I weave together even the most broken threads into a tapestry more beautiful and enduring than you can imagine. Let there be no confusion that your struggles mean abandonment. I am closest when you feel most alone. My love does not falter in the valley, nor does it weaken when circumstances seem overwhelming. If you find yourself wondering whether you still matter, remember that my affection for you is unwavering, not shaped by your performance, nor diminished by your fears. I am not the voice of condemnation or relentless pressure. I am the gentle whisper in the quiet, calling your name with a patience that outlasts every doubt. There is rest here for your wearied heart. You do not have to strive to prove your worth. In my eyes, your value is inherent. You were made in my likeness, and nothing can erase the beauty I see in you. I desire more for you than mere survival. I desire fullness, peace that cannot be shaken, joy that wells up despite circumstances, hope radiant enough to pierce through shadows. This is what I offer as you come to me, hands open and heart unguarded. Perhaps you have carried disappointment, barely daring to hope for change. You have allowed past wounds to speak louder than my steady devotion. In those moments when you believe that brokenness is your final story, I come with the truth that all things are possible with me. My power is made perfect in your weakness. Where you see limitation, I see opportunity to display my goodness. Where the world would discard, I gather with purpose. Let these words settle deep into your being. You are not defined by your failures, nor by the opinions of others, nor even by your own doubts about yourself. In me, all things become new. I redeem, I restore, and I resurrect what seems lost. My ways are not your ways. I draw light from darkness, life from what seemed beyond hope. You may feel overlooked or forgotten in the crowded uncertainty of life, but not to me. I knit you in secret. I see every detail, and the plans I have for you are not undone by disappointments or mistakes. Now bring before me what burdens your thoughts. Speak freely, withholding nothing. I do not tire of your prayers or grow impatient with your repeated requests. The wounds you hide are not too deep for my healing touch. The dreams you thought impossible for you are still alive in my heart. I shepherd you with care and wisdom, guiding step by step, even when clarity seems elusive. I am not hurried or impatient as you learn to trust. My guidance never falters. My grip never slips. You may stagger, but you are never out of my reach. Yield to me the areas you have tried to control in your own strength, and watch as I bring peace where anxiety once held sway. Let yourself be honest with me. Your fears, your hopes, your frustrations are safe in my hands. I am not offended by your humanity. I celebrate the courage it takes to keep moving forward, even with trembling steps. There is peace I desire to pour into the inner rooms of your heart, a peace that does not depend on circumstances. The world's version of peace is fragile, dependent on things going right. My peace is a blanket that enfolds you regardless of turmoil outside. In the midst of life's storms, I offer shelter when you draw near to me. Do not fear the unknown, for I stand with you at every crossroads. As you open your heart, New wells of strength and wisdom spring up within you, not from yourself, but from my Spirit at work inside you. Trust that my timing is always perfect. Even when you grow tired of waiting, I never withhold what will bring you greater good. As you lay down your striving, you will discover grace large enough to cover all your needs. You do not walk through this life alone. I am the constant companion who will never forsake you. Let your heart receive hope once more. Hope is not wishful thinking. It is the confident assurance that I am who I say I am and will do what I have promised. Even when what you see does not match what I have spoken, cling to my faithfulness. Remember, I am the author and finisher of your story. If you are still in the midst of struggle, it means I am not done working. I do not abandon the story at the point of conflict. Instead, I work in ways unseen, bringing healing, provision, and restoration step by step. Allow yourself to rest in my arms, no longer carrying burdens alone, for I am the lifter of your head and the anchor for your soul. Let faith spring up afresh, not by denying your pain, but by trusting my goodness in the midst of it all. I am patient, I am merciful, and I am unfailingly for you. Draw near with expectancy. The days ahead hold promise, not because you have mastered every challenge, but because I walk with you into every unknown. My love is the foundation that will not be shaken. As you continue this journey, remember that with every breath, every question, and every hope, you are met by the one who understands wholly, loves completely, and remains eternally faithful. You have wondered about the seasons of waiting, about the times when prayers seem to echo back with no clear answer. I see the longing in your heart, the silent questions you carry. Will the promise be fulfilled? Have I been forgotten in the quiet stretches of hope and endurance? Let me assure you, every moment spent in waiting is precious to me. Delay is not disregard. My timing is woven with wisdom beyond what you can see, for I know how to shape your destiny so that it bears the fruit you truly desire. I am not slow as you consider slowness. I am precise and deeply invested in your story. Even in the silence, my hand works behind the scenes, aligning events, stirring hearts, preparing the ground for what is to come. When you grow restless or impatient, remember that I am the gardener, tending to the deepest roots of your life. Great oaks do not spring up overnight, but in their hidden growth, they become unshakable. So too, I make you steadfast through process. Let me speak to the ache that sometimes grabs hold of you when you compare yourself to others. You see their advances, their breakthroughs, their celebrations, and you wonder if I have turned my gaze from you. But know this, I do not measure you by the standards of this world. My love for you is not a prize you earn or a ladder you must climb. I cherish you for who you are and who I am forming you to be. There are gifts in your life, layers of talent, wells of compassion, sparks of vision, unique treasures I planted in you before your first breath. Comparison is the thief of your peace because it distracts you from the singular path we walk together. What I have prepared for you is unlike anything given to another. I invite you gently to exchange envy for gratitude, to let contentment become the soil where new joys can flourish. Even in your struggles and failures, I remain constant. When you stumble, I am there to steady you, not to condemn, but to lift you back to your feet. Guilt and shame are burdens I never intended for you to carry. Instead, come to me when you are weary or heavy laden, and let me trade your sorrow for my joy. The healing you seek is not merely in avoiding mistakes, but in learning to trust that my grace is enough for every flaw and each regret. There is nothing too broken for me to restore, and no distance too great for me to bridge with my love. Open your heart to my forgiveness, and you will discover the freedom to begin again each morning. A new canvas, every day, a renewed invitation. You might question whether you are truly known. In a world filled with noise, where people wear masks and keep secrets, it is easy to feel invisible or misunderstood. But I know everything about you, the hopes you dare not speak aloud, the memories that bring both laughter and tears, the strengths you display and the wounds you try to hide. I see your whole story and call it beautiful. My knowledge of you is not cold cataloging, but a warm embrace, a gentle study that delights in your every detail. When you feel most alone, remember you are never out of my sight. I invite you to bring your authentic self before me, unguarded and unedited. Let honesty become your sanctuary. And in that space, I promise you will experience my acceptance in ways you have never known. My love is ever present, not held back by your doubts or failures. It is not increasing with your good days or diminishing with your struggles. I loved you first and I love you best. Nothing you can do will separate you from my affection. I am the shepherd who leaves the 99 to find the one that is lost. The parent who runs to embrace the wayward child returning home. Whenever you feel undeserving, let my love be the answer that silences every accusing voice. Rest in the certainty that my heart toward you is always open, always pursuing, always ready to give more than you can imagine. Let me also remind you that your journey has meaning beyond what you perceive in the moment. Every trial, every triumph, every ordinary turn in the road is woven into a tapestry of purpose. I use all things, both joy and pain, to shape your character, deepen your faith, and expand your capacity to love others. Even the hardest circumstances, those you would never have chosen, I am able to redeem. There is no wasted season in my plan. The lessons you learn now will become light for others who walk the path behind you. Trust that your scars can transform into sources of healing, your weakness into channels for my strength. You are called not to strive endlessly, but to abide, to remain connected to me as the branches to the vine. In daily moments, both quiet and chaotic, I invite you to draw deeply from my presence. Through stillness, through honest conversation, through simple acts of kindness, you receive nourishment for your soul. It is not grand gestures that matter most, but the steady rhythm of walking with me. Step by simple step, in abiding, you will find the courage to let go of what you cannot control, and the wisdom to discern where I am leading you next. If you are weary, know that I am your rest. If you are anxious, I am your peace. The world may offer fleeting distractions and shallow comforts, but my presence is enduring, an anchor for every storm and a refuge in every uncertainty. Do not despise your small beginnings or feel pressured to display constant strength. I am the God of the gentle whisper, the soft dawn, the quiet miracle. Your worth is not measured by your productivity, but by my unchanging love for you. Wherever you are on your journey, you can pause, breathe, and receive anew the assurance that I am with you. When fear rises, fix your eyes on me. Let my voice speak louder than the threats within or around you. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to trust my promise more than your doubt. I go before you and surround you. You are never alone in the battle. Even when your steps falter, I uphold you with steady hands. Take heart, for I have overcome every challenge you will face, and my victory becomes yours as you lean into me. Listen closely to the stirrings I place within you, for even when my guidance arrives as a soft whisper or an unexpected longing, it is me drawing you ever deeper into the mystery of my love. Sometimes the noise of the world can drown out what I am speaking into your spirit, and the pressures you carry make it hard to discern whether it's my hand leading you or simply the weight of circumstances. Yet know that I do not abandon you to confusion. When your heart is restless, when your vision is fogged by worry, turn to me with all your uncertainties. I never tire of your questions or your longing for clarity. In the quiet place, I gently untangle your thoughts, revealing purpose and grace woven through every thread of your story. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. Lay down the need to have everything figured out, for my wisdom stretches beyond every horizon, and what seems hidden now will be made clear in my perfect time. There are days you wait for answers that seem delayed, moments when disappointment clouds your spirit and hope feels like a distant promise rather than a lived reality. In those minutes, remember that I measure your life by eternity, not by fleeting moments. What feels like silence or absence is sometimes a pause, a preparation, an invitation to lean harder into trust. My love is not proven by instant solutions, but by my unfailing presence in every valley and on every mountaintop. I am building resilience in you, teaching you to recognize my faithfulness, not only when the sun shines, but also in the midnight hour. Nothing is wasted in my hands. Every painful lesson, each unanswered prayer is being redeemed. My purpose threads through your struggles with more meaning than you can yet perceive. Trust the slow work of transformation. I am always at work in the unseen places. Let my peace wrap around you like a perfectly fitted cloak, not as the world gives, fleeting and shallow, but anchored deeply in me. When storms gather and you feel tossed by waves of fear or anxiety, fix your eyes on who I am, steady, unchangeable, endlessly loving. You are not at the mercy of fate or the shifting tides of circumstance. You are held within the hands that shape the universe. When I say, "Peace, be still," I am not only speaking to your circumstances, but to the storm within your heart. Even when you're tempted to imagine the worst, allow my peace to be the anchor drawing you back to trust, pulling you from the current of panic and guiding you into calm waters. My peace does not deny hardship, but stands steadfast in its midst, giving you strength to endure with hope. I see even now the dreams you carry quietly, some too fragile to name aloud. You wonder if they matter, if any good will come from holding on to hope. Yet again, my beloved, I cherish every glimmer of longing in your soul, for I am the one who planted those seeds within you. Do not dismiss the desires shaped by compassion, patient endurance, or a yearning to live with more freedom and joy. Instead, bring every hidden desire to me. Trust me to sift through them, to sustain what is good and life-giving, and to gently prune away what does not serve your highest calling. Watch how I water the seeds of hope in my own season, sometimes growing fruit in the most unlikely places. Walk with me in this partnership. As you delight yourself in me, I shape your desires to reflect the beauty of my own heart. Do not let discouragement shrink your capacity to dream with me. When your love for others is stretched thin, When forgiveness seems beyond your ability, remember that I do not call you to serve from the dryness of your own strength. I pour out my love unfailingly, and my compassion is an endless wellspring. Drink deeply from the source of living water, for only then will my patience and mercy flow into your relationships as a natural overflow. I see the ways you strive, the times you battle frustration, the quiet sacrifices you make that go unnoticed. Not one act of love escapes my attention. In the hidden places where you serve and surrender, I am shaping your character into one that reflects the heart of Christ. Invite me into your weariness, for I delight to refresh you. Freely receive my grace and let it spill over into the world around you, transforming even small gestures into moments of sacred significance. Your journey is not meant to be walked alone. I have surrounded you with companions for the road, some to celebrate your joy, others to share your burdens in difficult seasons. Open your heart to those I have placed around you. Vulnerability is not weakness, but an act of courage in a world longing for real connection. Share your hopes and uncertainties and let others speak truth and encouragement into your life. Relationships can be messy and misunderstandings may arise. Yet the beauty of community is born in shared forgiveness and mutual support. Let me teach you to love with perseverance, to embrace the risk of connection despite the possibility of hurt. Just as I knit your life together with purpose, I am weaving communities of people, imperfect beloveds, who reflect my mercy and grace to one another. As you journey onward, resist the urge to compare your path to that of others. I know the unique contours of your story, the pace at which you are molded and matured. What looks like delay or detour from your perspective is often my way of preparing you for blessings you cannot yet imagine. Trust the gentle pace set by my Spirit. Do not rush to fit into the molds fashioned by others' expectations. Your worth is not measured by milestones or achievements, but by the simple truth that you are mine. When you falter or lose sight of your value, return to my presence and listen again to the words I whisper over you. Beloved, chosen, treasured. I rejoice in your growth, celebrating each small step forward, and I remain unfazed by your mistakes. There is a light I have kindled in you, a hope, a resilience, a faith that endures, and it shines brighter precisely because it has withstood darkness. When you feel your light flicker, recall that you are not its source. I am the one who sustains your flame, protecting it from every shadow, breathing new life into it when you feel faint. Allow yourself to be kind to your own soul, embracing both your strength and your limitations. Let trust take root as worry loosens its grip. You were never meant to walk alone or bear the weight by yourself. Sometimes you ask for a sign that I am with you, something clear that would drive away all doubt. Look at the sunrise each morning, the laughter of a child, the comfort that comes from a friend's embrace. These are my reminders that I am surrounding you always. My love is interwoven with your days, present in ways both grand and minute. Each time you choose kindness, each act of forgiveness, each moment you rise anew, you reflect the very nature I have imparted to you. Let go of the belief that my presence is reserved only for extraordinary moments. I am the God of your everyday and every breath. Your journey with me is not about chasing miracles, but abiding in relationship, aware that I delight to walk with you through ordinary and extraordinary alike. You may worry at times about your purpose, fearing that you will miss what I am calling you to do or be. Be assured, nothing can prevent my purposes for your life except your own refusal to trust. I am not a distant taskmaster measuring your worth by perfection or accomplishments. I am a loving guide, whispering encouragement, revealing next steps when you are ready. Your purpose is woven through each act of love, each choice to trust when it's hard, each time you offer hope to someone else. Release the pressure to have it all figured out. Remain open and attentive. I will be faithful to guide you, to place before you the opportunities and strength you need exactly when you need them. Those moments when you feel alone, when your cries seem to echo unheard, are not overlooked by me. I hear every word, every sigh, even those prayers you cannot put into language. My love rushes in like water to dry ground, bringing comfort when you are weary. Do not let loneliness convince you that you are forgotten. I am the one who knows you best, who understands the depths of your soul. Let me nurture you in the secret place where you can be fully known and fully loved. My nearness is your greatest gift. Receive it, linger with me, and trust that I am the friend who never turns away. If you have ever felt too weak or insufficient for the journey ahead, remember that I made you with care, knowing every strength and limitation. I do not call the qualified, I qualify the ones I call. My power is made perfect in your weakness. Come as you are, burdened, weary, hopeful, unsure, and watch as I turn small acts of faith into stories of transformation. I delight in your humble offering, your willingness to trust me with what you have. No act of obedience is wasted. No small step goes unnoticed. I am the multiplier of your efforts, the lifter of your head. Keep your heart soft, your hands open. The seeds you plant today, I will water and grow into a harvest of grace in due season. I see the questions turning in your heart. When the way grows steep and you wonder how much farther the climb will last, you search for reasons, for signs of progress, for some guarantee that your steps matter against the scale of eternity. It is here, precisely here, that I speak most tenderly to you. Every breath you draw is known to me. Not one effort, not one hesitant prayer is lost. When you spill your hopes before me in the quiet hours, when you push on, even with trembling hands, it delights me. I shape my answers in ways that protect a deeper work within you. For I am a gardener who wastes nothing, coaxing life from earth that looks dull and unyielding. Allow me to tend to you. The earth does not force the seed open, but surrounds it in warmth and mystery until the green pushes through. Trust the rhythm, even when you cannot see it. There is meaning in the space between beginnings and harvest. You long for sudden transformation, and I understand that ache. Yet I am forming in you a resilience deeper than shallow joy. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. Like the ocean that presses all around, enduring storms and cradling its own treasures below the surface. So my purpose works beneath the face of your days. You have not been called to merely exist, but to rise in my likeness, reflecting patience and gentleness. When you tire of waiting, remember that what you deem as delay is desire on my part to see you strengthened, prepared for what you have not yet imagined. My wisdom far outweighs your immediate longing. Rest in the knowledge that I hold your entire journey, from the first hesitant step to the triumphant arrival, all mapped out with my unrelenting care. At times you might look around and see only empty fields, measuring your worth by what seems absent or invisible. But your story is not shaped by outward comparison. The value I place on you is found in who you are becoming with me. Resist the urge to retreat into shame or self-doubt. When your efforts go unrecognized by others, in the quiet, when applause fades and the world forgets, I remain. My love is not a prize for performance, but the atmosphere in which you breathe, grow, and find your true self. Allow my delight in you to shape the thoughts that lead you forward. Even in seasons when you feel overlooked, you are the focus of my affection. Sometimes grief or disappointment cloud the horizon, making hope seem like a fragile flame in the wind. Remember that I too am present in the mysteries of sorrow, a companion in the valley, never a distant observer. I gather your tears as sacred, and I anchor your spirit with a peace that does not depend on your circumstances. Each wound surrendered and trusted to me becomes a conduit for grace and healing. First within your heart, then radiating outward to others who ache as you once did. In my economy, nothing is wasted. Not your sorrow, not your delay, not even your doubts. I see the fears whispering at the edges of your mind. Questions about worth, about belonging, about the future, and what it might demand. Bring every fear, even those too tangled for words, and set them before me. I am not intimidated by the darkness. I stand with you, unwavering, speaking courage where anxiety once clamored. Your weakness is not a disqualification, but the place where my strength finds space to shine. Together we turn fear into surrender, sorrow into hope, emptiness into abundance. As you walk with me, learning to recognize my voice in the noise, you will discover that I call you by name, not by your failures or your roles, but by the inmost identity I have given you. You are chosen, beloved, called forth for a time such as this. Even if the sphere of your influence feels small, celebrate the sacredness of ordinary obedience, a simple kindness given in secret, a patient refusal to give up on love, a gentle answer when anger tempts you. These are echoes of my heart made visible through your life. Every small sacrifice, every hidden act of faithfulness becomes a seed in my kingdom. You may never see the full harvest with your eyes, but trust that I am nurturing every outcome beyond your imagining. Do not despise the limitations that surround you. They are not barriers, but invitations to discover my sufficiency. Where you come to the end of yourself, I am already waiting with rivers of grace. Accept what you cannot change and step forward anyway, releasing control and opening your heart to my provision. I am faithful to complete what I have begun in you, shaping your story with patience greater than your doubts. Let go of the illusion that you must have it all together, for I use the willing, the honest, the hungry. Listen for my whispers in the stillness. I speak not only through dramatic moments, but through the sunrise, the laughter of a friend, the comfort of shared pain, gifts tailored to your heart. Even amidst the noise of your obligations, I am reaching through, stretching your capacity for joy and gratitude. In your busy striving, pause long enough to receive what I am giving. Your worth is not increased by doing more, but by abiding more deeply in my presence. Let my love be the lens through which you interpret every blessing and every burden. In moments when all the questions swirl and certainty slips away, return to the foundation I have laid. You are loved. You are purposed. You are never alone. I am working even when you cannot measure progress. Trust the slow miracles unfolding within and around you. Allow your heart to expand in kindness toward yourself. just as I have already extended boundless patience and mercy toward you. Take the next step, however faltering it may feel. My hand remains steady, guiding you day by day, moment by moment. Let my vision for your life still your restlessness. I delight in your questions, your longing, and even your struggle to believe. Together we are building something with eternal significance, something whose worth is not determined by applause, but by the love invested in each hidden moment. Do not measure what I am doing in you by outward signs alone. Deep roots grow in darkness. Strength multiplies in surrender. And you are safe in my keeping, even when the path ahead winds beyond your view. As I walk with you through each new day, no detail of your life escapes my loving gaze. Every sigh is captured, every hope weighed, each secret anxiety considered. Trust that I never treat your concerns lightly. While your mind may race with what-ifs, your heart tugged in many directions, I am the patient listener who delights in the sound of your voice and the honesty of your questions. Let no fear silence you. Let no shame cause you to withdraw. True strength is shown not by hiding weakness, but by bringing it to the one whose power is perfected in frailty. You are never made small by your struggles when you bring them to me. You are made spacious within, able to receive more grace than you can imagine. Allow yourself to rest in this assurance. Even as you wrestle and strain, I am not wearied by your wrestling, nor disappointed in your doubts. Instead, I draw closer, inviting you to bring all that weighs on you into the light of my presence. You may not always see how I am working, but I never stop moving on your behalf. Sometimes my work is a gentle unfolding deep inside you, changing your perspective, healing old wounds, softening hardened places in your heart. At other times, my hand moves on the outside, orchestrating circumstances, opening unseen doors, closing those that would harm you. When you cannot trace my hand, I call you to trust my heart, for my intentions toward you are always good, even when the way is hidden. My wisdom far surpasses your understanding, and I am never late, never indifferent. Every answer I provide, whether it is yes, no, or wait, flows from love deeper than the oceans, more enduring than the mountains. Do you feel uncertain about the future? If so, you are not alone. Generations have come to me in their midnight seeking clarity, longing for assurance. To each one, my invitation remains. Come as you are, and find rest for your soul. I hold the past in my hands, healing what needs restoring, redeeming what was broken. I am the keeper of your present, the anchor that grounds you amid storms. And I chart your future, weaving together threads you cannot yet see. Nothing surprises me, nothing exceeds my capacity to redeem. Even the twists and turns, the things you judge as mistakes or failures, become in my hands raw material for beauty beyond your imagination. Let hope take root in you. Give it permission to grow, even if it starts as a tiny spark in a dark room. I do not dismiss small beginnings. The greatest trees once hid inside the smallest seeds. I celebrate your steady steps, your simple acts of faith, your willingness to believe for more. Resist the urge to compare your journey to that of others. I am writing a story with your life that is unlike any other, one that displays my creativity and purpose. Where the world measures worth by appearance or achievement, I look deeper, delighting in the motives of your heart and the sincerity of your devotion. Bring me your offerings, however humble, and see how I bless and multiply them. When you encounter obstacles that seem insurmountable, Remember that I am the one who parts seas and levels mountains. What intimidates you is not a barrier to me. In fact, obstacles that you fear might destroy hope can become the very place where faith grows strongest. I specialize in bringing water from dry rocks, light from darkness, possibilities where none seem to exist. My provision is not limited by what you see, nor is it held back by what you lack. Know that I am the God of abundance, whose resources never fail. Come to me first. Let me be the source you draw from and the anchor you cling to. Let us journey together through the valleys as well as the peaks. I am not merely waiting for you at the destination. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. I am your closest companion in the process. Do not be discouraged if progress seems slow or discouragement creeps in. Each step counts. Each moment is known. Each tear is remembered. If your heart feels this word is for you, mark this moment. Save it, revisit it, and share it with someone who needs hope as much as you do. You are dearly loved not because of your accomplishments, but simply because you are mine. Even as you learn and grow, as you stumble and rise again, my affection for you does not waver. I am as patient as a gardener, tending young plants, rejoicing over your new shoots, and gently caring for your tender places. Remember, joy is not only for the mountaintops. My joy meets you in the mundane, infuses your daily routines, and sparkles in your laughter. Let it be your strength, your shield, your perpetual song. Even when circumstances seem to conspire against you, joy remains possible, not as denial, but as defiance in the face of despair. It springs not from what you possess, but from who possesses you. As you nurture gratitude, even in small things, you create space for greater breakthroughs and deeper intimacy with me. And when you falter, as every human does, do not let guilt or regret keep you at a distance. My forgiveness is not a scarce commodity rationed to the deserving. It flows freely to all who come to me with honest hearts. Lay down the heavy burdens of self-condemnation. Accept my mercy in you every moment, sufficient for every failing. In my eyes, you are not defined by your setbacks, but by your willingness to receive and extend grace. Every season has its purpose. Whether you are in a time of planting, waiting, harvesting, or resting, know you are under my watchful care. I waste nothing in your life. Every joy and sorrow forms part of your becoming. I use even your longing, your waiting, your questions. Do not despise the quiet seasons, the hidden ones. Seeds germinate in darkness before breaking through to the light. Trust that I am forming you in ways seen and unseen, preparing you for the fullness I have planned. As you continue forward, keep listening for my gentle whispers. I speak not only through dramatic moments, but through the ordinary rhythms of your days. Pay attention to the nudges, the sudden quietness that invites reflection, the unexpected kindness that points you to my heart. Stay open, for I am always communicating, a faithful friend, a loving parent, a wise guide. You are never alone. Your every tomorrow is already held in my capable hands. Let your soul exhale in this certainty, surrendering every anxious thought, choosing instead to trust my unfailing goodness. Just as the sun rises faithfully every morning to chase away the shadows and warm the earth, so do I bring new light to your understanding with each step you dare to take in my presence. There are moments when your path feels tangled, where confusion and discouragement threaten to take root, and you wonder if I still walk beside you. My unfailing truth is this: I have never stepped away, not even for a breath from your side. In silence, I weave hope. In quiet, I mend your heart. And in unseen ways, I prepare you for all that is to come. Trust not in your feelings, which rise and fall like the tide, but cling to the constancy of my love, which is firmer than the ground beneath your feet. Casting aside your burdens, allow me to lift the anxieties that cloud your mind. Do you recognize the gentle prompting stirring within your spirit? That is my guiding hand, leading you beyond the smallness of yesterday's doubts and into the wide open place of freedom I have created for you. Let yourself remember the times when you felt lost, when the noise of fear and the weight of unseen struggles pressed you low. Recall, too, the quiet deliverances when peace arrived suddenly like a cool wind in the heat and clarity came gently where confusion once reigned. These moments were never random. They are the signature of my mercy at work in your story. I did not situate you by chance. I planted you purposefully, and where roots grow deepest in me, life wells up that cannot be choked out by adversity. When loneliness threatens, speak to me and listen. Your heart will find my nearness closer than skin. When fatigue dulls your resolve, let my promises refill your soul. For I am the energy when your strength is spent, the hope when your vision dims. There is no wandering so far that my love cannot reach it. I gather every stray thought, every misstep, every moment of regret, and reshape them into testimonies of grace. What you see as failure, I see as the beginning of your rebirth. When I invite you to move forward, I am not asking for certainty, only for willingness. With each act of trust, no matter how small, a door opens and new light enters your world. My child, take comfort in knowing I celebrate your progress and am never ashamed of your growing pains. My delight is not in perfection, but in your honest pursuit of me. Release the old narratives that have bound you. The world has spoken lies over your worth and possibilities, but my voice cuts through all falsehood. Listen well. You are chosen, cherished, and empowered by my Spirit. I do not use those who have it all together. I use those surrendered enough to let me work in and through their frailty. See how I made beauty out of chaos throughout the ages. Water from rocks, hope from ashes, new beginnings from endings that seemed certain. Will I not do so for you? There is no too late in my economy. There is only my timing, which for you is ripening even now. Embrace this season with expectancy, for what appears slow or delayed is often my preparation for overflow. Do not despise the days of obscurity. What I accomplish in the hidden places is more precious than any spotlight could reveal. I am writing chapters for you that require depth and resilience, so when the moment of revealing comes, you will stand not in insecurity, but in strength rooted deeply in who I am. Every trial you face is an invitation to draw from me, to learn my rhythms and trust my sustenance. I am training your eyes to see beyond circumstance, your heart to discern me in the ordinary, and your spirit to leap in faith when the way seems blocked. Where there is bitterness, let my grace be the balm that heals. Let go of the offense. Do not let the dust of disappointment cling to your feet as you move forward. You do not owe bitterness your loyalty. Freedom is won when you choose my forgiveness for yourself and others, knowing that release is as much about your liberation as theirs. I am not counting your mistakes, but inviting you to count my mercies new every morning. Allow yourself to see how I have crafted beauty even from what you once wanted to forget. Dream again. even if hope feels fragile. I am the keeper of promises and the giver of new dreams. In moments when you hesitate to believe, remind yourself that it is not your faith that secures my faithfulness, but my unchanging character. Speak your dreams to me. I treasure every whisper of trust that you place in my hands. Open wide your heart. Trust me to expand your imagination, ignite your enthusiasm, and fill your days with supernatural possibility. Where you surrender the outcome, I release the blessing. If the shadows of comparison threaten your peace, let my affection silence every inner accuser. I crafted you uniquely with gifts and callings that are not measured by the world's fleeting standards. Your race is not a competition, but a journey designed for my companionship and delight in your victories. Pause often to celebrate what I am doing in you, even if others do not see it yet. Patience in the unseen seasons is a sign of mature trust. Know that I see what is hidden and I honor your faithfulness in secret. Invite me into every detail, your laughter, your tears, your confusion, and your longing. I do not tire of your questions or grow weary from your process. I delight in your honest engagement with me. In every quiet moment, believe that I am at work rearranging the tapestry of your days so that all threads form a design of glory and goodness. I know when to open the doors that no person can close and when to close doors that protect you from harm unseen. All I ask is that you remain near to me. I am the vine, you are the branch, and together we will bear fruit that remains. You are closer to breakthrough than you imagine. Hold fast. Do not measure by your senses or be discouraged by what you have yet to see. I am the God who finishes what I start and delights in surprising those who trust me beyond what they can presently understand. Where hope flickers, shield it with my truth. Where faith feels small, remember it need not be great, merely placed in me. With every step, know that you walk with the author of life, whose purpose for you is filled with immeasurable love and endless potential. I have watched your journey, every stumble, and every time you have risen again. There has never been a moment when you slipped beyond my gaze or fell outside the reach of my embrace. Even when you doubted your worth, when you questioned if your prayers reached me, I was nearer than your own breath, gathering every whispered longing. My grace is patient, stretching far beyond the limits of your failures, for I do not keep a ledger of your wrongs. Instead, I carry you forward, teaching your heart to lean on me, even when the road ahead looks uncertain. Let me remind you once more, your weaknesses do not repel me, nor does your confusion or fatigue disqualify you from my purposes. I see your hesitation, the moments when you shy away from the boldness I have called you to. Still, I am your strength, clothing you with courage that does not depend on what you feel. Step out even when your heart trembles. I will steady your steps, catching you if you falter, and turning even your smallest acts of faith into seeds of transformation. When everything in your world feels unstable, remember, I am your unshakable foundation. No storm can separate you from the safety of my arms. I permit even the winds and waves to teach you endurance and to reveal a deeper trust. The world's approval may shift like the tide, but my delight in you remains constant, rooted not in your performance, but in my unchanging love. In moments when the night feels endless, bring your questions and your scars to me. There is no shame in your need, no condemnation in your struggle. Let me quiet your fears and fill your heart with the peace that only I can give, the kind that holds you together when every other support gives way. You do not walk alone. With me, you have a companion who never wearies and never withdraws. You have often wondered what legacy you will leave, how your days and efforts will matter in the tapestry of eternity. Know that every act of mercy, every quiet forgiveness, and every hidden labor of love is woven into a story greater than you can see. You are both beloved and chosen, set apart to reflect my character to a watching world. Shine where I have placed you, remembering that radiant lives often grow from overlooked places. Your significance is measured by my heart, not by the standards of fleeting applause. Even now, as you open yourself to my refining work, I am bringing forth beauty from brokenness, drawing forth joy from every disappointment. One day, you will see the fullness of what I have shaped within you, and you will marvel at how I turned every tear into a reservoir of hope for others. Let your heart rest in knowing that I never tire of hearing your prayers, that I delight in your honest words and open questions. Come as you are, not as you feel you should be. My table is set with compassion. There is always a place for you in my presence. Pour out your worries and regrets. Let me trade them for freedom and rest. I am not waiting for you to become perfect before embracing you. Instead, I invite you to journey with me, learning day by day how deeply loved you are. Do not be afraid to dream with me. My plans for you stretch further than you have imagined. I am neither distant nor uninterested in the details that burden your mind. Trust that I am able to redeem even what seems wasted, bringing forth fruit from barren stretches in your life. Persistence in prayer and openness in your spirit allows my wisdom to enter the places most parched by disappointment. When you feel too small for the challenges ahead, recall that I multiply what is willingly placed in my hands. I make the least moments count, and the smallest faith moves mountains. In your seasons of waiting, I am not absent. I am working in the soil of your heart, preparing a harvest in due time. Refuse the temptation to judge your journey by what you see today. Lift your eyes to me. Cling to me when answers tarry, for I do my deepest work beneath the surface. My patience is not neglect, but rather the invitation for you to discover the treasures I have placed in the journey itself. I count every sacrifice, cherish every act of obedience, and delight in your willingness to take another step forward, even when you feel unsure. There will be days when you are misunderstood, when loving as I love seems costly or even foolish in the eyes of those around you. My spirit remains your advocate, whispering truth when falsehood surrounds you. Root yourself in my love, knowing it is an anchor no storm can shake loose. Peace is your inheritance. Do not surrender it to anxious thoughts or fleeting troubles. Practice releasing burdens to me, and in exchange, I will fill the empty places with hope that will not disappoint you. Trust that nothing surrendered to me is lost. What you place in my hands, I multiply. The time, gifts, and dreams you offer, whether seen by others or not, become part of an eternal story. Do not despise small beginnings. I celebrate progress, not perfection. My delight is in your heart's direction, not just your accomplishments. When regrets attempt to haunt you, bring them here. I will redeem the years you thought wasted, restoring what you believed too broken. You are never outside the reach of transformation. Each day is an invitation, a canvas where my mercy writes new possibilities. Receive the grace I freely offer, not out of your merit, but because you are my beloved. Do not measure your worth by your yesterday's failures. Let me set your pace. Walk close beside me, and I will reveal rest within motion, calm in every storm and song in your silence. I call you back to the simplicity of trust, to let my words shape your outlook and my promises fuel your courage. There is nothing in your story too complicated for my wisdom, nothing too heavy for my strength. Surrender striving and come abide. Remain rooted in me, for I am the vine and you are my branches. Apart from me, you strive in vain, but united with me, you will bear fruit that lasts beyond all you can see. Love is your highest calling, the mark I place upon your life for the world to see. Return to it when you feel scattered. Forgive quickly, for I have forgiven you. Persist in kindness, for I have been patient with you. Be generous, for I have lavished my goodness upon you. As you love freely, you reflect the heart of your Father, a love that transforms, a hope that endures forever. Let my voice drown out the lies of shame, scarcity, and fear. Hear me now, you are mine, called, equipped, and cherished beyond imagination. Carry this assurance into each moment, confident not in your ability, but in my unwavering faithfulness to you. As you walk forward from these words, let them kindle a new courage and a deeper intimacy with me. Refuse to settle for a life untouched by my presence. Seek me with your whole heart, and you will find that I have been with you every step, loving you into abundant life. Amen.